Sirius XM 104. This is the Jay Thomas Show. The interesting, the odd, and the bizarre people behind the, interesting. The odd and bizarre stories. Jay gets in it, stirs it up, and spits it out. He's a professional. It's all here on the Jay Thomas Show with Rodney Lee Conover, Julie, Madison, Kevin Meaney, Garrett and Kristina, and Ira the Weatherman. This is the Jay Thomas Show.
You're up. Wow. Unbelievable. Here we are again. Of course, we're in negotiations now to see if Kevin Meaney is allowed back in the studio. We've had... Oh, man.
It's going down to the wire?
Well, there's emails, against him, for him,
It was very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
The last time he was here.
So,
maybe we could do an Ira thing and have him come in for half the show today.
Well, okay. Let's just...
That seems fair.
Have him come in a little later. Maybe there's less of him.
I don't agree with that, though. I'm a big Kevin Meaney fan.
Some intern woman wants to come in here.
Is she the one that was dressed as a devil yesterday?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. Wish she wanted to come to the room last night.
You guys got instantly erected.
Erectile pure function. You've heard of dysfunction? Erectile pure function. It is. Well, you know what, though? When I go up to Fox, the women that guide you back to the offices, I mean it, they're generally not under, 5'10", and they are just incredibly gorgeous. And the weird thing is there these little, right wing, cuties. You know what I mean?
Aren't they uptight, though? That's like Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
I have to tell you, just because your politics are uptight doesn't necessarily mean that, you ever hung around a minister's daughter, pastor's daughter?
Oh, yeah, Katy Perry.
Well, her mother, it's not a pastor. Her mother is a kind of she's from like Ventura or Santa Barbara County. Her mother is like this born again Christian woman. I don't think she's a pastor. And she doesn't like Russell Brand at all, right? I don't think they're going to make it. I think that's going to blow up in their faces. I think that he's funny and all that, but that heroin addict thing, that's a tough one. By the way, Kristina, this it's hard to believe.
It really is. I'll never get those 4 hours back, plus the ones on reruns.
I have been meeting with a bunch of people, in the reality world recently, and so I was sitting with a guy today that what channel is the Kardashians on?
E?
So it was a casting session. They went to
the Knicks first.
They already had a Laker, and so they couldn't use a Laker. So they go to the Knicks. No, they went to the Nets also.
Yeah, but first they went to the Knicks for some Italian
Who does he play
guy.
for?
He plays for the Nets.
Oh, okay.
So first they went to the Knicks because the whole thing was that they're doing Courtney and Kim Take New York, so they wanted to have somebody local, and so that's why they came here. So they went to the Knicks first. There was an Italian guy who said, you know what, I'd like to meet her, but I don't want to be in a relationship with her. And then came Chris Humphries.
No sex. They never lived together. They never had a date. It was totally set up. And it's so weird. It's like you look at it and you go, it's wrestling is what it is. So they don't care. But I looked at that and thought, if you were a fan of that show, wouldn't it make you realize now that some huge portion of it, I'm talking about in the 80 percentile range, except after maybe the first few shows, is completely set up because you're dealing with nothing.
Not a setup, a lie. It's pretty much lying
yes.
right to your face.
Real Housewives, I think that they're put into certain situations by Bravo, but what happens around them, their reactions and stuff like that, I think that's all real. But for Kardashians, this whole wedding, Kim's
you're wrong about it. And I'll tell you why.
Event.
You're wrong about it because I'll tell you why.
Never stood a chance.
Most people, when a camera is in their face, they try and show themselves in a good light, right? So then you've got people who you're told by the producers, look, we're not interested in you being a good person. Let's take the housewives, right? We're not interested in you being, anything other than controversial. And so the producers sit with them. Now, if you and I did a reality show, we would go to people, do one-time things. We wouldn't show them every week. Mm-hmm. Let's say you go where the little boy puts the snails on his head, right? That we had on the show, right? Well, that area is where they have polygamists, right? It's in Sandy, Utah, right? Mm-hmm. After the first show, when we make fun of the snails and we meet his parents and all of that, trust me, the second show with the cameras everywhere, with the dog and the people and the polygamist up the street, no, you got to start manufacturing that. Not only they're not actors, they don't want to look bad in front of people. Right,
but some of these reality stars decide to get out. Like if they're given a situation, like I want you to play the villain here. Like Dina Manzo, for example. She decided, you know what, this really isn't for me. And so she left. So they have the option to be that way. And I don't necessarily watch it because it's reality TV. I watch it because it's entertaining to me.
I don't know anything about why that woman left, but if they're really paying the kind of money that they can make, they're probably making.
She just decided, you know what, painting me in this light is not going to be a good idea.
All right, well, maybe so. That could be true. I don't know. If it was she, I don't know. Was she made out to be a bad person?
Well, she started to be, and then she got out, and then she wound up getting her own show on like the Home Garden Network, which is like her party planning or something.
It's like when I was fired at Cheers, and then I end up on Murphy Brown. I told everyone, well, I received an offer from Murphy Brown. That's not true. I didn't. In fact, I'd already auditioned for Murphy Brown, and they thought I was the worst person that they'd ever talked to. And then a few months later, they came back to me, and it coincided with me losing my job at Cheers. So when you just told me she got another job, she didn't quit a show. You have some supporting role on a show. They offer you your own show. You take your own show.
I don't know.
It's all
to disagree. I don't believe that all of it is fake. I believe that some of it is fake.
You want to know the number one fake shows on TV? Well, first of all, the ghost adventure shows. 100% fake. Someone just said the other day, why do they have to be in the dark? Why do the lights have to be out? Why do you have to be in the dark, and why do you have to have a night vision goggles and a camera? And the explanation was it's more peaceful in the dark or some bullshit like that. And so the ghosts are awake all day and all night. Sunlight doesn't affect them, right? So why don't you go at noon, go inside, and you and I could take a microphone, a tape recorder, and we could go for weeks, and we're not going to hear any ghosts talk to us. And we could really go to some of the places that I did, like ghost stories and all that. I watch those guys, and I think, that is a huge, scam. And those are the number one shows on TV, right?
Also, any towing show like Repo Man or any repossession type of show, those are all
What about
fake.
Dog the Bounty Hunter? Was that fake?
It's not fake. They're on an island, and they're in Honolulu. It's like if you had no way out of Manhattan, and when I say no way out, to escape the island, the next stop, except for the next island, it's either in an airplane or a boat, so you can't run. So let's say you're wanted. Let's say you're wanted on Staten Island, and you can't get off of Staten Island in there.
They have to, right?
Oh, no, they do. It's big. Yeah, of course. And they put some expensive stuff in there or whatever. And so they have the people bidding. So it's really a quiz show. You and I would buy storage bins. We can go buy storage bins next week if you want to. We can go. There's all sorts of people that just walked away. They haven't paid the rent in 3 months. There's a padlock. And you open it up, and there's clothes and shoes. And no one's leaving anything in the storage bin worth anything unless they've died, and then that would go to their relatives, right? What's odd is that it's okay It's like wrestling. People still watch it. That's what's so weird. And the Kardashians, I don't think this hurts them at all. They already had pre-sold the wedding. They made $18 million. Now he walks away with about $3 or $4 million from the wedding. They never, it's coming out now, they never slept together. They never did anything.
Man, at least get that in your contract.
Well, it's like Who Wants to Marry a Multimillionaire, the one that I started. The woman had no interest in sleeping with him. She just wanted to win the contest, and she got a few, $100,000 worth of shit. But he tongued the shit out of her at the wedding. And they were legally married in Nevada, so it got weird. They stopped all that. Like how about The Bachelor and The Bachelorette? They don't have to get married.
Yeah.
Well, come on. You need to make them get married. There needs to be some real, it really has to happen. I wanted a quiz show where people come on and it's their money. You bring your money. How much do you have in the bank? Jay, we had to borrow $5,000 from my grandmother. Good luck. Now that's a fucking quiz show.
Play.
Yeah, that's right. Pay to play. Heads or tails, or pay to play.
Trademarked, by the way.
That's right. It is?
Yeah, we're trademarking it right now. Nobody can steal it.
Actually, pay to play is a great one. That's a great title.
You came up with it.
I was stoned.
I know.
I come up with movies. I come up with quiz shows. I go to sleep. Don't remember them. Let's go to Duncan of Richmond. Hello, Duncan. Jay Thomas. Yes, sir. Hello.
What's good, Jay?
I'm good.
Hey, man, those shows are exactly what caused me to just get rid of my TV.
You got rid of the television?
Yeah.
How did you get rid of it? Did you throw it somewhere, put it outside?
I just stopped paying. I just got rid of cable altogether and just watch everything on the internet. Grab some JoeRogan.net or Death Squad TV or something like that.
My brother has no cable, and somehow he has hooked up his antenna. He gets the local, big stations.
Oh, yeah.
But he also gets a really cool movie station. Is it ION? ION?
Yeah. There's a bunch of over-the-air channels.
And
HD.
It's clear as a bell.
Yeah.
By the way, he's got an HD TV. But but it's coming in analog, right?
It's HD analog, though.
But and he doesn't want for anything. Now, he doesn't get ESPN and all that stuff, but it's all right. So your friend auditioned for one of these shows?
For that, yeah, he actually lives in California as an actor, and just it came up in conversation, and I didn't ask him any questions about it, but that was one of the things he had went on 2 weeks ago was a part on Storage Wars.
Right.
So, it's definitely got to be fake. It's obviously fake when you watch it, I think.
What's weird is it would be cool, but they're afraid that if you open too many and there's nothing in there, that people won't watch the damn thing,
I wonder if it's not a conspiracy, but I think it's definitely piqued interest. If that's what they're trying to do with those type shows, if that's piqued interest. The other one where they go picking through people's barns and stuff, buying stuff, and just the whole swapping out old.
I think in the beginning it's real because you pitch it, it's real, you're going to go do this thing, and then what you realize is that real's not interesting.
We need 22 episodes.
Yes, exactly. You actually need 5 years to make real money. You need like 100 episodes or something. You see, I rather go to one-offs. Here's a guy, remember the guy that was naked in the bookstore in Quartzsite, Arizona? So I'd go there and talk to him. See? And I would talk to all the people around him and all that. But then that's it. You see his old draggy balls, right? Somebody would see that and go, hey, why don't we make a show about the naked guy in the bookstore? And now you're right. You got to do 2 or 3 years of that. So now you got to go home with him. You got to have the wife. You got to have his son. His son doesn't want him to be naked. The people come in the store. He argues with the cop. And every week his balls are pixelated out. Actually, that's a good show. That's a good show, actually. Every week his balls are pixelated out.
Have you noticed how they also, what they'll do is they do something. Let's say they walk in a room and they see a light. Well, they show you that, and then they come to a close-up of the person, and he goes, we walked in the room and we saw a light. They explain exactly what you just saw. Then they go to commercial.
Well, the ghost shows are bullshit. The ghost shows are total bullshit. And I've sat with the guy from the Travel Channel, the guy with the muscles, and he's been on the show and everything else. And people just love it. They can't The Travel Channel can't stop the ghost shows because it's their number one shows. So that's what's weird. It's like, what's the travel that you're going to go to this, that you're going to go to this town,
Right.
So.
Well, all right. Well, you guys have a great
All
day.
right. Thank you, Duncan. By the way, someone said, were you happy to see people making fun of Tim Tebow's love of God? Yeah, I was. Lions linebacker Stephen Tulloch, after he sacked Tebow, who, sacked like 5 times, he got on his knees and put his hand on his head and he pretended he was praying. Yeah, first of all, there is no God that protects you playing football when you're making $100 million. So the fans chanted, and the ownership and the coach, John Fox, said, okay, we'll show you. I mean, what I'm hearing is that the kid isn't ready to be a pro quarterback. It's something about his motion or something. He doesn't have the right motion, and he turns his back, and he runs in a circle, and like last night, Phillip Rivers. You see him and the guy, was it Castle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are, they're both 6'6". They stand back there like big trees. Michael Vick, I think, had to learn how to be a pro quarterback, right? You know what I think helped him? Staying away from the guys in the shower trying to put shit up his ass. Because you know how a shower is small and it's slippery, and you gotta ooh, you gotta block, ooh, you gotta block your asshole a little bit, ooh, and then so I think it really helped him, so that they wouldn't do anything.
Good theory.
It is a good theory, isn't it? Those circular showers, when you go in and the spray, that's like in the prison, ooh, and there's really nowhere to go. You're in a limited space. I mean, he really did get out of prison, and he did much better. In Portland, Oregon, police say a man broke into a home on Sunday morning, then sat on the couch and watched TV. Police officers arrived. Jason Bastrom, 32, criminal trespass, but he had to go to the hospital. The homeowner called a relative. The relative came over, punched him in the nose as he sat on the couch. So he breaks into the house and he's watching TV. The people come down. They're frightened. They see the guy watch, so they call like a cousin or something. Cousin comes in and go, hey, what are you doing? Watching TV, punches him in the fucking nose. I had friends of mine that woke up and the kid had gone to the refrigerator. He thought he was somewhere else. He was so loaded. What is that? Methamphetamine does it? He went and got milk and some bread, and he was in
another person's house.
Here's the weird thing. It takes me 10 minutes to figure out which clicker to hit in my own home, right? They turn the TV right on, okay? I guess they don't care what they're watching. Serge of Oregon. Yes, Serge J. Thomas. How are you? Every time you hear storm surge, you must get excited. Hello, what?
It's Sergey.
Sergey? I can't. Is he not?
Jay?
Yes, Sergey. I'm sorry. Oh, he doesn't respond until his name is pronounced perfectly. Yes, Sergey. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Hello?
How you doing, Jay?
Go ahead. Speak, Sergey. Get rid of this fucking asshole. Get rid of him. If you're a shut-in, if you're loaded, don't fucking call here. I'm not a babysitter, for, the disabled. TJ of West Orange. Yes.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
I'm good.
Hey, did you see that you're talking about those storage bin things?
Yeah. Bless you,
Did you
bless
see
you.
a couple weeks ago where the guy died? He had one, and they went in it, and he ended up having like a girlfriend, and he cut her up and left her in a...
No, they did not. What show was that?
No, it wasn't a show. It was in the news.
Now, you know what? That's the kind of storage bin I'd like to open.
Yeah.
You know what? You open it up and there's mummified cats and dogs and shit in there that the guy had stored,
Yeah, he had a girlfriend that 30 years ago, I never saw him the taste. And
Wow.
I opened up the taste from it.
So he cut her all up, and what's weird is you would think that he'd have buried her. You know what I
He
mean?
left her in the refrigerator and wasn't plugged in, so that must have been nice.
Well, first of all, she was dehydrated, so you couldn't smell it. Somebody must have smelled it over the years. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I believe that thing, right?
I'm serious. I heard it on ABC.
I've had a bunch of storage bins, and I would go on the weekends sometimes and, get stuff before we moved them into our house. There was also always a weird guy who worked out of the storage bin and did little tiny jobs, or he would, I don't know, make stuff. I've always found people that owned a storage bin that they worked out of really weird, very strange group.
Yeah, I got another question. In Jersey, you can't even have an antenna anymore. You talked about your brother before.
You can't have an antenna.
Such propaganda that you gotta have a cable box. You gotta have cable.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I swear, all right, it's not true.
No, it's not true. They can't force you to have.
Yes, they can. You gotta have a box now. Ask Kristina. Doesn't she live in Jersey?
No, nobody here lives in Jersey. You must be able to have an antenna. It's not against the law.
Not even in New York. They took all the antennas down the Empire State Building. It was like the last week ago. You got to have.
That's not true.
You have to have a new box that has a different converter in it, but it still works with an antenna.
Yeah, no, you can't. It's against the law. You can't force people to buy something. The box is for the antenna.
Where do you think you get the box from? You get the box from the cable company.
No, you don't.
You
My
can buy it at Best Buy.
my brother has whatever you have. He went and got it, but it's an antenna, and he gets about 10 stations.
I'm sorry. Whatever.
All right, look, go to Best Buy and ask them. You can't force people to buy cable. First of all, some areas don't even have cable. They can't even get it there. You're one of these guys that spreads these horrible rumors. You probably work for the cable company. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. By the way, they say that more people spent more money on costumes. The economy's getting better, they said. And normally it's $65 for a year per costume. Last night they spent over $71
Wow.
Yes, I know. $71 for costumes. So the downturn did not dampen the spirit of people who observe Halloween. Americans spent $2.5 billion for costumes for children, adults, and their pets. It was nearly a week-long celebration. Everyone was parties every night, parades on kids dressed as real estate agents. One kid went with a head up his ass. That's the Republican costume. Just goes with the head up his ass. Just has a head sticking, like a neck sticking out. One little boy was dressed as a liberal last night. Just came to the door with his hand out.
I dressed my dog as Casey Anthony. Look.
Hate you.
Isn't she cute in her little pink collared shirt?
That's what Casey Anthony wore?
Mm-hmm, in one of the things. Garrett, you can't fuck it.
One guy, Garrett,
Wish it died.
came to a friend of mine's house dressed as one of those occupiers, and they wouldn't leave the porch. Just stayed on the porch.
It's a
What'd
cheap
your other friend
costume.
dress as?
Tea party guy.
Yeah.
They come up, call you.
Goodness, I wasn't expecting that one.
Well, you weren't laughing at anything else. I thought I'd go for the A material. Okay, you weren't going for anything. I'm glad we don't work on the Tonight Show or one of those shows where you have to be careful. I'd get no laughs. Let's go to Michael of Baltimore. Yes, Michael, it's Jay Thomas. Yes.
Hey, Jay, I have a question about this movie I heard you guys talking about yesterday. You guys have been talking about the best movie.
Which one?
Woman in White. The reason I got the question is because when I was young, I used to be a stockbroker for this cheesy stock company.
Yeah.
And one of our IPOs was for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like you buy a share of stock and you're an owner of this movie if they produced it. What do you know about that? Do they still do that? Can you make money doing that?
No, they used to do that a long time ago, but I don't think they do that anymore. Like if when there's a lot of money around and you have a star attached, they would sell like let's say you have somebody, a recognizable person attached to it, then you go out and sell it like a stock. People don't do that anymore. I mean, they might, but you can. It's easy to do. I mean, if I get let's say I get, you know who Paul Giamatti is? You know who that is?
Sure.
Okay. Let's say I have a $5 million budget and I get him. He's not a guy that is the star of movies, but people know him. But let's say I have a movie and it's $5 million and I lie and say, well, I have $1 million and he's committed to do it. And then you make it like a piece of stock. The problem is you have to go to the Securities and Exchange Commission. It's a big deal. It's like a huge legal deal. It's going to cost you, a couple $100,000 getting the paperwork done. So whoever did that before, it's a lot to do it.
Well, I also hear that they fudge the numbers later or whatever. Say, oh no, we spent all this money on advertising. We didn't make a cent. How do you figure out in the end if you made any money or? I don't know.
Well, no. The movie companies do that to people. But if you do an IPO and you raise a bunch of money and you don't pay back, you can go to jail. That's a Ponzi scheme. Something's got to happen. I mean, you don't spend anything on advertising before you produce the movie.
I knew you would know the answer.
Well, no, the answer is that you've got to register with the Securities and Exchange Commission. You can't just do it, or you go get a bunch of relatives and you make a partnership. I've been in a bunch of movies where they got the money and none of the people that put the money in seemingly got anything back, but they wrote off some huge loss or something. There's a lot of scams out there. Yeah,
I cannot tell you how much shit stock I sold to my aunts and my uncles when I first got to that company, and they told me, oh, this is the greatest stock. You got to call your parents and your friends up. And I sold them so much shit.
And it's all bad. I know. Nice going. Nice going. A buddy of mine sold me commodities. I gave him $5,000. 6 weeks later, he wanted another $2,000. I said, what are you, nuts? We had bought barley corn or I don't know what the fuck. He told me that if I didn't do a certain thing, they were going to deliver literally some sort of commodity to my home. I said, like what? Like corn or something? Yeah. Idiot. He was my pot dealer. I shouldn't have, gone into business with him. All right. Thank you, Michael. Let's go to Joe of Staten Island. Hello, Joe. It's Jay Thomas. Yes, sir.
Hey, Jay, everybody's got cable these days. How come your brother doesn't have cable?
My brother doesn't have any money. My brother's also missing a tooth. And I keep getting him a new tooth.
Where's the tooth?
He loses it.
In the front?
We should be checking inside one of his girlfriends.
Which tooth is it?
Right in the front. Oh, it's embarrassing. Oh, it's embarraing. And his son just graduated as a officer in the Air Force, and we got him a new tooth, and he flew down and saw him get out. He came back. I see my brother 2 weeks ago. Tooth's gone already. Already gone.
My brother's got no teeth either, but he's got cable.
No, my brother doesn't have cable. My brother, even when he had money, never paid his bills. It's the weirdest thing. I would see bills on his desk, and he would just push them into his drawer. He's got a thing.
That's what I do.
He's got a thing about bills. So if you give him money to fix something or whatever it is, it no matter how much you give him, he needs that same amount a month later. Yeah.
Okay, he's one of those.
He's one of those guys, yeah. And, where did it go? How did it happen? Who knows? So, it's on a need to know. And he lives in he always lives rent-free in a very nice apartment, I might add. The government and my brother's a Republican. Okay?
Could he borrow? Is he one of those that, can I borrow 100? Can I borrow 50?
No. In fact, he's, what he'll do is he will maybe get a couple $100 from you, and then he'll buy you dinner that night. That's the best. Right. He's very generous with your own money back to you. No, I love my brother. I love him. And my brother provides, various and sundry things. He's a great hunter and a fisherman, and, he's always got a boat. He's always got friends. He's always, hunt. We got a thing. So you give him money all the time, and, and then, that's it. But, and the checks he writes, they're, no use trying to cash them. Just keep going. All right. But you know what? He doesn't have any debts.
Well, he's got no cable either.
He's got no cable, and that's upsetting you. He has no cable. All right. Thank you, Joe. Peter, Missouri, the Jay Thomas Show. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, Jay, I'd like to get your take on that video of that McDonald's employee beating those two women with that rod. But before you say anything, as somebody who worked at McDonald's from senior in high school till I was 21 to get my CDL, that kid is my hero because I would have loved to have done that a number of times.
I haven't seen the video. Why did he beat them? What was the beating?
They jumped over the
counter. They gave him a $50 bill, and you got to check that. They want you to check that.
Right.
They took offense to that. And then he tried to walk away, and they jumped the counter, and he just started beating them with a metal rod. I don't know where he got the metal rod, but, it was the bad part, though, was even when they were on the ground, he just continued to beat them with the rod.
Well, you're working behind the counter. You're not in a good mood. You're at McDonald's, and you know what? It's not happening for you that day. Once they enter the thing, The woman jumps over the thing, and here comes the rod. Oh, and here comes the beat. There you go. Abso-fucking-lutely. Beat them to fucking death. Keep beating them. Don't get up. Bam. Don't fucking get up. Hey, you were a tough bitch a few minutes ago. You're not tough anymore, are you, bitch?
I get that way over the ketchup packet.
And you want to hear something else? If you got any fucking hot sauce, put it there. Beat their fucking asses. Now, you know what's funny?
I love this woman. Wait. Stop!
Call the cops. Now, here's the funny part. There was a woman at the counter waiting for her order. She got her order and left very quietly. The woman. Oh, yeah. Sometimes I've seen a horrible traffic accident where there are bodies laid out all over the freeway, but I have an appointment, and I just creep past it. I've seen their arms quivering and everything. You just, you got to get to work. I'm sure the guy got fired, right? And he's going to have to go to prison, or not prison, but go to court at least. That's terrible. That's awful. By the way, in a few moments, Scott Southwick will be here. He makes ice cream out of bugs. Is that right?
He did once.
That's it, one time?
Yeah. Then the AP picked up the story, and they reported it wrong, saying the health code or said that he's not allowed to make it.
Yeah.
But he just called the health whatever division.
Yeah.
And they said there's no rules on cooking cicadas.
But that's what Katie did, right? That's the ones that in the trees in the south. Katie
so he
did.
decided not to make it anymore.
So he wanted to be stopped?
He just wanted to be safe, I think.
What's the name of his place? Ben and Goofy's? What's the name of his place?
Shakey's.
Sparky's. And that's it? He made it one time?
Made it one time. It sold out the day before it was supposed to debut. People heard about it.
And wanted to eat the bugs?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't he make more of it? All you have to do is take the bugs and throw it in some vanilla ice cream, right? And now you got the thing.
Cook the bugs.
Oh, you got to cook them first.
Yeah.
Where do you get the bugs?
Apparently, Missouri is full of them.
Filled with bugs?
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk to him. And you know what? A bug in a tree, it's natural, unless it's been sprayed with something. No, I think there are rules. You can't just put a bug in something.
There are no rules for this type of bug.
I have never been to a Greek restaurant where there wasn't some hair in something. The other day, went to this kind of Mediterranean place. We found hair in our soup and everything else. And I said, you know what? That's Greek. They can't help it. There's just hair everywhere, Let's go to Patton of Virginia. Yes, Patton, it's Jay Thomas.
Hey, Jay, how are you?
Good.
Hey, I just wanted to run something by you. You're talking about the Ghost Adventures show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in that those ghosts either, but what we did is me and two of my buddies rented out a place that they went to on the show called Moundsville Reformatory.
Oh, I did the ghost story about Moundsville. When I had my ghost story show, I went in and I told the story of Moundsville. So did you take taping device with you? Did you take recording equipment?
So we're going November 19th, and we rented it from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So, yeah, it's just the three of us in the whole prison, and we're taking, like, our, our recorders and everything.
All right, hold on a minute. Do you believe in this stuff, or you're trying to debunk them? Okay, Kristina, get all of his information. November the 19th. I want to follow the whole thing, and I want to put it on the air when you do it.
All right, no problem.
All right, hold on. Kristina, get him there on line 5, would you please? And tell our guest a few minutes, would you? Yeah, I mean, what irritates me is it is such a scam. It is such a lie. And when you sit and have a meeting with them, even my friend that produces it, you've got to pretend. He makes, millions of dollars off of it. Mm-hmm. You've got to pretend that you believe that shit. That's the problem. And, I mean, we could cut all the lights out in here. Didn't somebody die here? Didn't we have a guy die here like 6 months ago or something? Wasn't there a comic killed or somebody died?
In the building?
Well, he used to work here. Who was it that died like 2 months ago? Did we have somebody that worked here that dropped dead over the weekend? We came back and he was dead?
He worked in the music side.
Who was he?
His name was Mario.
Was he on the air?
Yes.
Oh, you just go into his studio. He's still in there. We had somebody had a stroke the other day, didn't we?
He doesn't work here.
What happened? He got fired. He had a stroke.
No, he's a comedian.
Oh, well, you go to a club where he worked. His ghost will be there.
He's not dead.
Oh, well, when he dies.
He's.
Huh? Or what, did he have a stroke?
Yeah.
So when you go where he is, your mouth will go down like that. You can't talk. And then when you step back, your mouth is fine.
Terrible.
You move forward where he used to be a comic. Your mouth goes down like that. Your mouth goes down like that. You can talk. I can speak.
It's horrible.
It isn't horrible.
It really is horrible.
It's a curse. It's a curse. Okay? I can only do that with the left side of my mouth. That means if I have a stroke, I'll probably know. Oh, God, I'm so sorry to have said those things. Like that.
You and Kristina today.
What do you mean, me and Kristina?
You want to hear something else? I'll show up to work if I'm limping and my arms are all twisted to get that money, you know? Mm-hmm. They do it to. Speaking of that, In Living Color's coming back. Remember they used to do that character?
Fire Marshal Bill?
No, the crippled guy. I don't know what his name was, but Damon Wayans did it. He was a superhero. Oh, it was horrible.
Something to clown.
Yeah. No, he'd be a superhero, but he was like he had MS or something.
I know you're talking.
Oh, he got in real trouble for that. Let's go to Joe of New Jersey. Yes, Joe. Jay Thomas. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hi, Jay. Hey, Jay, you know, I live in a townhouse development. We cannot have the external antennas.
No, there's no external antenna. The antenna's on top of your TV.
Oh.
That's all.
Oh,
my brother doesn't have an antenna outside. He just has an antenna on his TV. He's got one in the living room, one in the bedroom, and it's a perfect picture. When I go in, there's some cool old movie playing. He gets, NBC and CBS.
PBS, like 4 or 5 PBS.
He gets the PBS channels. And he said, he said that I don't have HBO, but he'll go buy that stuff on the computer, right? And his computer is through, here's what he does with the computer. He bought something. He steals somebody else's Wi-Fi.
And here's the thing, too. Yeah. Like NBC has Channel 4, just say, and it's 4.1, 4.2, 4.3.
What is that?
Different NBC channels all in the same band.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's on regular cable?
Mm-hmm. No,
my brother gets
antenna.
about 10 different channels, and I'm sure that I don't know if this is the channel, but I think it's ION. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Something shows crazy movies. I mean, like really cool stuff, uninterrupted, So now at my house, we have trouble getting signals because I have 2-foot thick concrete adobe walls or some shit. I would like to throw every one of the fucking televisions out of the fucking window. It's like $200 a month, and my wife watches every fucking CSI, every Special Victims.
You have 2 televisions on top of each other?
They made me get rid of one of them.
Oh, okay.
I had the first ever HD TV. The old guy that lived there had it. It must have been 15 years old. And I said, that's a collector's item. But it was a little hazy. So one day I came home, it was gone. Now, they didn't buy a new TV. Fuck that. There's no new. How about when the TV goes out? I call the cable guy. The cable guy comes over, and the screen is kind of purple, right? So he fools with it, and he goes, look, man, your TV's blown. I said, I just bought that about a year ago. My wife goes, that TV's 4 years old, like that. So I said, well, I am not going to just go get a new TV. So I called around, and a guy said, well, the only guy I know that fixes TVs, I told this story before, is Ernie, way the hell out in Oxnard. I drive to a really rough neighborhood, and I see this guy in there, and I bring my TV in. I drop it off. He calls me back, and he goes, we plugged it in. It works fine, perfectly. I go, you're kidding. So the cable guy lied to me. There was some button pressed or something. So $35, I went and got my TV.
You had to pay him to plug it in?
He plugged it in and farted around with it. And the next thing you know, it was good again, Then I called another guy that was not a cable guy. He came over, hooked up all that Apple TV and all that. We forgot how to work it. I sat there for days trying to get a movie. Do you have to pay for that Apple TV?
No clue.
I have no. Oh, I went down to Chinatown. I bought $10 worth of ginseng, which is that I do some ads for. Mm-hmm. He refused to come out of his office to see me. It was the weirdest fucking thing. I left him a message. The other guys that produce this little ad thing I do. And so I go in and I go, hey, is, whatever the guy's name is. And the guy goes, yeah, but he's in his office. I go, well, I'm telling him Jay Thomas is here. I'd like to just say hi. I'm sorry, you can't see. I swear to God, it was the weirdest fucking thing,
Getting a little sucky.
And, well, no, I think he owes me some money coming up next term, and I think it means they're not going to re-up me. And if they don't re-up me, you'll know what this business is very quickly. Very fucking quickly. Let's go to Fred in North Hollywood. Fred, what do you know about the McDonald's beating, which I think is fantastic, and I think we ought to all get together. That's what you should occupy. If they fire this guy that beat the piss out of these fucking animals that climbed over the counter, there ought to be a sign. You enter where we work, and all bets are off. He should have hit him with the fry pan thing, the deep fryer deal. Just beat the shit out of them with that thing that would have made those marks in their faces like they were waffles and shit with the little hot grease on it. I love that bitch screaming. When you attack somebody and then you have your ass kicked, you don't have the right to scream. You should just lay there smiling, getting your ass kicked. Yes, Fred, go ahead.
Well, there is a couple of little details here that might change your mind a little.
No.
Well, first, before she jumped over, one of them yelled, "Fuck you, I hope you get deported," to one of the other employees.
Oh, no, wait one second. Wait. The person that jumped over, they yelled at them?
Yeah.
Or the person?
No, the person who did the jumping over was yelling at the employees, "Fuck you, I hope you get deported," because they had some kind of...
Well, no, that doesn't change my opinion.
No, but the next part might. This guy spent 10 years in jail for...
I read that.
And he just got out, apparently.
I read that. You're not giving me any new details. He was an ex-con. He's working at McDonald's, but he'd been a good employee. Somebody yelled at him, hope you get deported, whatever, and then jumped into his area. Right. He had every right to defend himself. All he has to do is say that he was fearful of his life. He wins that lawsuit. He'll sue fucking McDonald's, and they ought to pay him.
I like his mother's quote, though.
What's that?
My son is a loving individual, not a criminal.
Well, that's true. That's what Jeffrey Dahmer's mother said the same exact thing about him.
Jay Thomas.
It's the Jay Thomas Show.
It's all about the love. The Jay Thomas Show. Afternoons.
Stars 2. Sirius XM 104.
You hear the katydids? Is that what you call them? You call them cicadas. I call them katydids. Columbia, Missouri, the home of the University of Missouri, where many of my ex-in-laws went to school. Let's go to ScottSouthwick.com. Scott, welcome to the Jay Thomas Show. Are you at Sparky's homemade ice cream place right now?
That is correct.
Do you know Judge Tony Heckemeyer, my ex-brother-in-law?
Boy, I've never even heard the name.
Oh, Judge Heckemeyer? Yeah, he was there. And then my sister-in-law Penelope Heckemeyer went to University of Missouri. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Judges aren't in the news. That's a good thing, right?
No, yeah, but he lives in Sikeston, Missouri.
Oh,
yeah.
Not familiar.
Okay, well, look, now I've been hearing some crazy stories here that you did make some ice cream with. Do you call them katydids or cicadas? What do you call them?
Cicadas, yeah.
To me, when I was a kid, we were told they were locusts that were making those noises. But the
plague of locusts. People, you don't hear that term much anymore.
But is a cicada a locust?
You've got me. I don't actually know.
And it's rubbing its hind legs together or whatever, making this. It's that noise that kind of goes up. It goes.
Yeah, and it's it's all about the mating. They're all trying to attract each other's attention, and they've only got a limited time to get things going.
So if you and I had those hairs on our legs and we're hanging out together, and our little cicada balls were filled with sperm, we would rub our back legs together, and
we would be competing. Yeah, there's some crazy
some gorgeous woman would be looking at us, and one of us would be rubbing our legs better than the other one. Isn't that wild?
Yeah. It seemed like there were enough for everybody. It seemed like, they must have all been finding partners.
Have you ever seen two cicadas have sex, mate?
You could not avoid it this summer in Missouri. Where are you out of?
I know Columbia a little bit, but I know Sikeston. I'm out of New York, but I'm from Louisiana, so that's where I know all that. But there's lots of bugs outside of the cities in the East. I mean, outside of New York, these states are so gorgeous, and the cities. Newark's a hunk of shit, and yet around it, the forest and all, it's where, the Revolutionary War was fought and the Indians and all that shit. They've ruined this area with some of these horrifying cities like Princeton, New Jersey.
This batch news of this batch has traveled around the world, and, and it's.
Is it true or not that the health department stopped you?
No, what happened was we made the batch, and there was a journalist here while we were making it, so it was announced in the paper before we even put it out. So we had a line of people demanding samples, and they were starting to buy it. And I just said, wait, this is crazy. Let me call the health department and get their approval on this and see, just see if they'll back me up. So that we put it away. The next day I called the health department, and they thought about it, and then they said, no, don't do that. And I said, okay, fine, no problem. I won't do it. And that was it. That was the whole story.
So you stopped because they went, yeah, don't do it like that?
Yeah, no, it was totally friendly, and I had called them to see if they could back me up on it, and their exact words I think over the phone were, "We couldn't back you up on this," like they didn't strong arm me in any way,
right?
And I just said, "All right, we won't do it. We'll move on to the next thing."
So how much of it did you sell?
I don't even remember. I mean, we were giving away samples out of it. We were selling a few scoops. I don't even remember. I mean,
isn't it weird? You have all these different flavors of things, and yet you put something in there that would be considered horrifying. And people cannot wait. I don't know what's happened to the world. You think that would have happened 15, 20 years ago? You hear there's a bug ice cream going and people are around the block. Well, you know what? When I eat rum raisins sometimes, you know what I think? This might as well be a fucking roach for all I know, I don't know that it's a raisin. Why don't you just call it roach raisin,
Yeah, we've done a lot of crazy flavors, though. I mean, we're in a college town. We do funny flavors. People in town really got it. Everybody in town was sick of the cicadas. They were just, our minds were snapping. I mean, it had been this noise all day, especially in the afternoons. It would peak in the afternoons. They were littering the sidewalks. You couldn't go anywhere. I mean, you couldn't drive with your windows down.
I have a flavor for you. Are you ready? I have a new way to go.
What?
Vagina butternut.
Somebody here will come up with that.
Somebody will. All right.
Sooner or later.
How about a roadkill, a nice little roadkill flavor? Well, thank you. If you're in Columbia, Missouri, Sparky's, you don't have any more of the ice cream.
No, it's never going to happen again. So
hold on.
Many other flavors to try. So.
All right. Quickly, Dave of Pennsylvania, what do you have you could add to the ice cream?
Yeah, I do a lot of fishing, Jay, and I raise my own mealy worms. I hatch them out in the darkling beetles and then make more mealy worms out of them. So I don't.
Mealy worm fudge.
Jay Thomas.
The Jay Thomas Show.
It's the afternoon show. Sirius XM 104. The Jay Thomas Show.
Stars 2.
I don't know if this is true. It was just sent to me. The McRib, which is huge, contains a flour bleaching agent that's also found in gym mats and shoes that is banned in Europe and Australia. I have no idea if this is true.
You know how many ingredients I heard were in the McRib?
Well, what they do is they build something. It has some sort of meat in it, but it's like broken down and then put back.
Kind of like a chicken nugget.
Well, it's put back together because they have to have a uniform size, right?
Well, it's shaped like a rib rack.
But every one looks exactly like it, right? Like,
yeah.
It would be impossible to pull the bones out of millions of pounds of...
The bones are made of ribs. And the ribs are made of ribs.
So it's all meat.
Yeah.
Or some version of meat.
Do you like it, Garrett?
Nah.
I don't really like it either, but I like to celebrate it.
Can you find, I don't want to say anything that may not be true, but, and it's the flour that's in the rib to help make it. Here, look this.
I heard there were 70 ingredients in one McRib sandwich.
Does that count the bread?
It counts the whole sandwich, yeah.
Here's the other thing. If you don't put the preservative stuff in there, it will rot like within like anything you have at your house is no good after like a few days, even in the refrigerator, So it's got to have antibacterial stuff in it, but a bleaching agent used in floor mats and in shoes. I don't know if it's true. We'll have to find out. Steve of Long Beach, is that New York or California?
No, California.
Yeah.
How you doing, Jay? Hey, I wanted to tell you, man, I caught onto your show and been listening to you more than Howard now, so that's a really good show.
Thank you.
The other thing is, I had a proposition for you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought of making a J. Thomas bobblehead because your head's so big?
No, I have not. No, I have not.
So cheap.
I do have a big head, and I would, if I thought we could really sell it some. You know what I'm thinking? If this trucker thing is true, so many guys, there's a lot of truckers say they listen all the time. It could be something we could sell in the truck stops, the J. Thomas.
Yeah,
but I got to have a saying. There's got to be some. It would be "Get out of here." How about that one? Get rid of him.
Yeah,
get rid of him. On the, no, idiot. Idiot.
I got to tell you.
I got to tell you. Idiot. How about this? Watch this. Idiot. That would be it. You put the bobblehead there with my big eyebrows and the whole deal. Idiot.
And
Bobblehead.
Made in China. We get them made in China for real cheap.
All right, work on it. Work on it. All right, thank you.
Wait, one more thing, Jake.
Blink and it's gone. The ephemeral.
To all the Charger fans.
All right. Oh my God, that was terrible. That was and they show the fumble over and over and over.
What do you think happened? He thought the count was one step
You know
ahead.
what? There's a lot going on there. I'll tell you. I remember once. I didn't have my. First of all, I'll tell you what he didn't do. You've got to really get your hands up in there, especially when you need to hold on to the ball. You have to just get your hands deeper in, by the guy's balls, right? He kind of just had it like back a little bit. You know what I mean? I think he was expecting the snap, but it's almost like he was what he didn't do is he didn't go in and set it. You gotta really push your knuckles up against the guy's nuts and set your hands.
Yeah.
That lets the center know that you're ready for the snap, right? So his hands were just kind of laid in there. I don't know. Thousands and thousands of times, and they fumble. They're yelling all kinds of shit all the time, What's with all the yelling,
What are they yelling?
I don't know. Get him, pointing, get him. How about strong right 32 dive on one. Ready? Break. And you hand the three guy through the two hole. I mean, give me a fucking break, And if there's a guy in the two hole, watch this. So you're the two hole right now. You're to my right, okay? If you're doing even numbers to the right.
B gap?
I don't know what the B gap is. You're the two hole. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8's around the end, right? So I come up and they're stacked in the two hole. Okay, well, I'd use a hot color or a letter, and I want to change the play. So I look and I see you're going to crush the two hole, right? So I go, let's say the hot color is blue. Blue, blue, blue. Then I go and I switch sides, right? So I go 33. That'd be on the other side, right?
Yeah.
So I switch 33. They move. The defense moves. So now and then now you're going to go to a pass. So you go, whatever your other hot color is, or you go a number or something like that, you go, 14, A and B circle. That means the two backs, swing out. That's what they're yelling. They got to do it in 30 seconds. Yeah. So I gave you 3 plays. I called the 2 off. I made it into a 3-run. They stacked the 3-run. Then I go and decide I'm just going to throw a flare pass on either side. Have the 2 backs, A and B, out behind you. That's what they're yelling. Then the linemen are yelling. They're yelling, get him, get that, trap the guy, all that. Then the linebackers are yelling. It's a fucking circus. And then one time a guy snapped the ball into my finger, broke my fucking finger. Embarrassing. And you're hopping around, the ball's flying in the air, and you're hopping around like an idiot, But look, here's the other thing. Look, they keep driving. You know what? Kick the fucking thing and get it over with.
That was the thing, too, yeah.
He
wanted to run the clock out, I guess.
But you're supposed to get your hands way in there, and that's the first thing you're thinking about. He looked like he was, like, yelling something or not thinking or looking around.
I think he was trying to, take a knee, but in the middle of the field. So he was going to take the snap and move over really quick. And
how about the Cowboys? The guy keeps snapping it into Romo's face when he's standing back there. Romo's looking around and boink, thud. It took him 3 weeks, and it was some young guy, and he kept going, they're yelling things at me. It's like coaching kids, The guys on the other team were yelling numbers or some shit at him or something like that. I don't know. Look, I felt badly for him. But the coach of the Chargers, this, Norv Turner, he snubbed me at a blackjack table in Vegas many years ago, and I thought he was an asshole, and that's the end of that.
Wow.
He was sitting at a blackjack table, and his son was with him. So I turn over, and I go, hey, oh, man, how you doing? Good to see you. And it was like he didn't want to be recognized. I was like, well, I didn't say anything. Bill Murray did the same thing. I had the same exact shirt he had on years ago. I wasn't even an actor. We had the same exact Hawaiian shirt on. Sit down at this table, start playing. I go, wow, fancy. Cashed in his fucking chips and was gone. Then he fucked my girlfriend. Let's go to Brett of Oklahoma. Yes, Brett, it's Jay Thomas. Yes, sir.
Hey, Jay, I just wanted to tell you the difference. Katie did is just a different kind of bug. It looks like a cricket with a big back on it.
But is that a locust?
I think that's what you'd call locust. A cicada is just a different bug. Got big old head, big eyes, and long wings and stuff. Makes a whole lot of noise. They're annoying as hell.
Well, there's something in the trees at night, and it's waves. It goes, and then it slows down again, right?
Yeah, that's the cicadas. They're just damn annoying.
They're calling to get the women to come over to them.
Yeah, I guess that's what they're doing.
It's like shaking hands.
My dog walks up to a dog and with her little, she shakes her ass kind of, and then when they go to sniff, she stops right in front of their face, and when they go to sniff, she attacks them. She's a tease.
Like mother, like daughter. Yeah. Okay.
Because you have a poorly trained dog.
Yeah, nice going. And then when she gets relaxed, she's going to blow up like a fucking balloon. All right, thank you, Brett. Jim of Atlanta, he led us to 5 different fucking lines.
Both of you.
No, you know what? I was thinking the other day. Do you go to the gym? Because you haven't gained any weight or anything, have you?
Oh yeah, I gained a little bit of weight.
Oh, because you're comfortable with the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you go to the gym?
No. I walk everywhere, though.
The city is her gym.
I make New York my gym. What? Why all of a sudden now? Why are we attacking me?
I'm not attacking you.
What are you saying?
Because you're very attractive.
Are you saying that I'm fat?
No, I'm not. I really don't look at you that way.
So then what made you just say what
I was
said?
asking you a simple question. You have said many times you're overweight. I was asking you a question. What do you do that you're not? I don't think you're overweight, but I don't look at you in that way. So what I was wondering is, what do you do to maintain your less weight?
I don't take a cab anywhere.
Well, that's because you can't afford it. So if you had a rich boyfriend,
I get off 4 stops early, 5 stops early.
Oh, and you walk?
Yeah, I walk like a mile home.
Okay, you power walk.
Well, I walk
step
fast.
it up.
I have short legs, so I walk fast.
Does the boyfriend work out?
No.
Wow. Now I will tell you.
He's thin. I mean, he's
I will tell you something.
He doesn't have that pot belly or anything.
I have never had a serious relationship with someone that wasn't kind of a gym rat like me. The gym is a big, important. But you got to go to me. You got to go to the gym, or you got to be in a. And when you play tennis, you got to be like in a league. You got to be a softball. You got to be like for real, So, my current wife was a trainer at the Jack LaLanne when he used to have those spas. The Jack LaLanne. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah. And the yoga and the exercise, and you got to have all that. That's it. And I mean that. You need to work out, and you need to break a sweat every single day.
Well, when I make enough money to afford a gym membership, I will get right on it.
You can get one for $20 a month.
Where?
Anywhere.
In this city, really?
Somewhere.
You know where you can do that? You can get one at Planet Fitness. You know what they have at Planet Fitness?
What?
Free pizza Mondays. Who needs that in their life?
In New Orleans, a lot of places, they have an open bar. You work out, and there is a full fucking bar when you leave. It's the only place I've ever seen that has drinks at the gym. And wine night and vodka night. I mean, right where you can...
Empty calories.
Well, forget empty calories. You just worked out. And it's fucking happy hour at the gym. Let's go to Jim of Atlanta. Hello, Jim. It's Jay. We're like one of those morning shows. Can you believe we're talking about gyms? And a guy named Jim is on the phone. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, Jay, I got a couple things to say.
Yeah.
First, I hate it when I see people outside walking, just like they act like they're exercising, and then they're walking at a normal pace, but then they're swinging their arms really fast.
But they are. No, that is exercise. It is.
I lost like a whole ton of weight, and I never worked out.
If you don't eat bread
I didn't
and pasta,
walk fast with my
if you don't eat bread and pasta and a bunch of sugary stuff, and you do that walking, you'll be fine.
It's all diet.
It's all diet. Absolutely. But
another thing, I sent you the article on the amount of rat shit and moldy insects the FDA allows in food.
That's right. They allow in ketchup, they allow a certain amount of rat shit and stuff. Yeah, right. I know that.
And then another thing is
Well, what do you think a rat eats? It's eating, it's not eating meat. It's eating, crumbs and bugs, and it's not bad. I mean, it's like, as long as it's eating, organic stuff, and they're boiling the shit out of it. I mean, we eat, you shoot a bird in the forest. What do you think the bird was eating? It's eating all kind of shit in the forest,
Isn't there shit in shrimp? There's poop in shrimp.
Well, you clean that out. You
Sometimes.
open it up, and you should.
I would never eat it, but I'm just saying, I've seen people stick it in their mouth from a Chinese buffet. Stick the poop shrimp right in their mouth.
No, if it's a good place, that you've cleaned that out. You've cleaned it out.
Well, again, I can't afford
Jim,
anything.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So this guy Kane is in real trouble because of these women saying that he
Kane Hodder.
No,
Herb Kane.
Herman Kane.
Oh,
he's in real trouble. So when bad news strikes, you're supposed to hit the airwaves and tell your story, okay?
Yeah.
And I thought it was pretty crazy. He changed that tax plan of his. What was
From
it?
the 999?
69, 69, 69.
Did you see that he broke out in song?
He sang?
He sang a gospel hymn during a National Press Club
And
conference.
then didn't Perry act nuts the other day? He was acting kooky, right? There is a billboard in the subway by a storage company that says, "Hey, Mr. Perry, the voice in your head, it's not God." Have you seen that?
Did I send that to you?
No.
Oh, because I posted that.
There's a
I
bunch
saw
of them.
I don't get it. I get it, but I don't get it.
No, but it's a storage company.
Exactly.
And they have all kinds of signs that are totally inappropriate,
I guess they're going for a certain market.
Yeah. No, it just they had one the other day that the lotto. Here's what the lotto says. If you look in the mirror dreaming about what 2 gold front teeth would look like, you're ready for the New York Lotto. Who the fuck do you think that's for? I mean, that's the most racist thing I've ever seen.
Terrible.
I mean, I don't look in the mirror and I want 2 fucking gold front teeth. It's a fucking, ghetto blasting gang. You would like 2 big old gold teeth in the front? Would you have like a star on them or some shit like that? Half the people in Los Angeles are thinking about moving back to Mexico. That's how bad things are. Kim Kardashian has felt nothing. She was out dressed as Poison Ivy last night. She got 150 or 200 grand for an appearance over the weekend. 72 days of marriage. Where did they go in their honeymoon? Where did they go?
I don't remember, but it was someplace. Hold on.
I mean, you think they slept together in the honeymoon?
There were
people
pictures
are wondering
of them making out in the ocean.
People are wondering if they did anything. She's got Laura Wasser as her attorney. There was a prenup. What could they be battling over?
She still they have a prenup.
Leftover wedding cake? What could
she wants to walk away with all of the jewelry that she had before the relationship.
He didn't buy any of it.
Yeah, but even her own stuff, she doesn't want any. She wants everything.
What? They weren't even together. How could they? But did they even have a house? Where did they live?
I don't know.
They never slept together.
She had a home in California, and he had a home in Minnesota.
It's 2.5 months they were married.
I know.
Ridiculous. I mean, and they didn't see each other, right?
She hasn't posted a picture or tweeted about anything concerning him, I think, since the whole time they've been married.
Let's go around the horn real fast. It's been a while. That horrifyingly ugly woman that Arnold Schwarzenegger used to bang, Mildred, the cleaning lady. Apparently, he would come in the room, they'd giggle, she'd lift her dress, he'd give her a shtup, and well, that's German. Give her a little. He put his schmeckel in her schmutzki. That's all German.
Stupski.
Yeah, no, it's your schmeckel, and then you've got a schmutzki. So I put my schmeckel in your schmutzki and give you a good little schnupp.
Wow.
And then a little
schmear.
Give you a little. And you know what? If it's really hot, your penis gets hot. That's a Wiener Schnitzel. And you get a little schnitzel in there. Now, I'll put some my Wiener in your schnitzel. I took you to that Wiener Schnitzel place, didn't I? All right. The little boy's name is Joseph Baina. That's the little 14-year-old boy. Kept secret all these years. Who did he go as to Halloween? Garrett Andritz. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger's illegitimate son. Who did he go as?
He went as
big costume.
Danny DeVito.
Damn you! I hate you. That was my answer.
It's wrong.
Really?
Wrong.
Okay.
Who did he go as? Who did he go
Anthony
as?
Weiner? I don't know.
No. Think of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who did he go as?
The Terminator.
John Connor.
No, he went as Conan the Barbarian. He dressed.
I've never seen that. I don't even know what that is.
He dressed as Conan the Barbarian.
How big he is.
Oh, wait a minute, though. You don't. I mean, you think that. How do you say butt fucking ugly in Spanish? You think el gordo uglio go-go?
Is that the woman next to him?
That's the woman.
Come on.
I swear to God.
How could he stoop her?
Just she was bending over, just letting him.
Yeah, but even so, she looks like a man.
Well, anyway.
So mean.
So the kid went as
Garrett.
By the way, he is huge.
Stoop anything.
He is absolutely huge, that kid. Do we have Herman Cain singing the gospel thing? But it is so much fun.
So uncomfortable.
They should relax this campaign for a while. It's really weird. And you notice this guy, Romney, isn't saying a word. He's just letting them kill each other. I think before it's over, there's going to be this huge push to get New Jersey, Fatso to
Chris
run.
Christie.
Yeah, to run.
He's not going to do it. He already made such a big deal about not doing it and how New Jersey needs him. Do you really think that he would go back on his word?
So far, nobody is going to beat him. Do you have him singing the thing, Garrett? You have anything?
It's like when somebody reads poetry to you. It's really uncomfortable.
Is it his presidential announcement video?
Here, I'll send it to you.
He breaks into gospel at the National Press Club in front of scores of reporters. Right when he was starting to talk about this, this scandal with these women, he sang part of the gospel hymn, "He looked beyond my faults." Oh, my God. Are you kidding? And now they're saying other shit's going to come up.
You got it.
Here we go. Let's hear it. He looked beyond my faults.
And so since it's an opportunity for me to share a little bit of my faith.
Oh, God.
I will. Amazing Grace will always be.
Oh, my God.
My song of praise.
In front of the most cynical
For it was grace
group of individuals
that brought me liberty.
in front of the press club.
I'll never know.
Turn it up. Oh, and look at him. They have to pretend they're looking at him and listening.
He looked beyond all my faults and saw my need.
Wow. I want to hear the reaction. Hold on.
Thank you.
How about a warm round?
Oh, my God. Oh, don't you know the reporter? Speaking of great voices, let's welcome Kevin Meaney to our Tuesday.
Sexually harassed.
Yeah, our Tuesday microphone. Right.
At the restaurant.
Now, I got to tell you, there is what a controversy about you and the emails and things coming in.
What is going on?
I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. I'm.
Can you bring me up to date on this?
Well, there was a lot of for and against, and let's have a vote, and I don't like him, and I do love him, and I hate him, and I love him. He's fine. I mean, it was unbelievable. I think maybe that's good. They say any type of response is good.
Yeah.
They can't do that with me because
you have a contract.
No, they can turn me off. The people that don't like me don't listen.
Right.
But then
what do you want to do?
Well, no.
Do you want me to leave?
No.
Because I will get up and leave again.
No. That, you know what? And let me apologize to you. I overreacted.
Oh, you did. And you had told me earlier in that day that you were going to start calming down. You were going to get a hold of yourself.
Well, I fucked up.
And then you just snapped.
I haven't been sleeping a lot. I've been staying out too late. I've been doing things I shouldn't have been doing. Let me show you my head from my Halloween mask last night. You see the little scar up there?
I do see that.
And on my nose.
Yeah.
I went out again last night, but I got in a decent hour, and I did finally get a little sleep.
Did you get lots of candy? Nose candy?
Well,
he had nose candy, didn't he? Garrett and him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
God, how dare you?
He doesn't do that.
None of that.
The McRib sandwich at McDonald's, only for a limited time. Believe it or not, here we go. You've got azodicarbamide, ammonium sulfate.
I have all these ingredients in my kitchen.
Polysorbate 80. Now, I've heard that a lot.
Polysorbate 80 is great on chicken.
70 ingredients, 35 in the bun alone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really a made-up thing, okay?
There are no ribs in the McRib.
Is there beef?
I think it's pork.
Oh, pork, I mean? But there is some sort of meat.
Can we still eat it?
Yeah.
If it's pork?
When you bite into it, it's white and pink.
Why don't they just put it in the refrigerator and keep it fresh and delicious? That's all. By the way, that kid Francis is on. Is that new or old?
That's old.
Okay, because JT.
After we interviewed him.
Yeah, JT had sent that to me. A guy in Colorado had called a woman to come over to his apartment at 3 a.m. His girlfriend shows up. Have you heard this story?
I did.
And so he calls the cops and says that the woman that's coming to visit him is a burglar.
Yeah. Boy, that's really quick thinking. That's fantastic. Yeah, what am I going to do? Wait, she's a burglar.
So the girl says, no, you got me on Craigslist or whatever it was. And he's going to jail for filing a false police report.
Yes.
He owes the cops money and the whole deal.
Okay, are you going to have him on as a guest?
I would love to. I'd love to.
Well, maybe Garrett can get a hold of him.
You know what? Now these are the kind of people I want to start getting on.
Call the jail, and maybe we can do something from the jail.
I know now why people don't like the New York Times. I read the stories, but then when you really get into this paper, They have the weird love affairs. They have the weird love stories that are meaningless except to some small portion of the population. They also have something called the ethicist. It's an ethical...
Why don't we have Garrett say that?
Say ethicist. Ethicist. Yeah. Oh, you see that? You say that?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
God, there's just drool all over your chin.
You write a letter to the newspaper whether what you're doing is ethical or not, and the guy tells you, okay?
Okay.
Here's the latest letter. I support Occupy Wall Street, but I am appalled by the behavior of corporations that are being rallied against. I don't work on Wall Street. My small startup, though, is financed by one of the biggest Wall Street companies. Am I a hypocrite? Should I resign immediately? Anonymous of New York City. Well, they used a whole page to tell him not to. They go, your first obligation is to figure out whether your startup is actually part of the problem. And all. Look, there is no problem. It is against the law in a free society to stop people from making the amount of money that make as much money as they can. You don't have to buy the products. You don't have to invest.
Did you see it worked with Bank of America?
What did they do?
They were going to charge you $5 a month to use your debit card, and people complained and they protested outside the banks and they rescinded.
Yeah, it's not happening
and
anymore.
other banks that were going to do it took it off their thing too.
Okay, that's good. But that's small. There's a guy.
That's not small. That's huge.
Well, it
because
is.
the amount of money that they would have collected, they would have made would be in the billions.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good.
$5
We're standing
a
up.
month from every customer, $60 a month.
We are standing up to
now,
the banks.
If you really want to go against, and I'm going to say it right now, I bank at a smaller bank.
What is the bank you bank at?
It's the Bank of Santa Barbara. And it's only one branch.
Oh, I heard that took a nosedive in the stock market today.
No, Rabobank. That's a big bank. And so I bank at the Bank of Santa Barbara, and they give me it's a small local bank. If you go to your regional bank, they will give you a debit card. Now listen to this.
Yes,
I get money out of any debit machine,
anyone,
and they rescind the $3 charge for the money I get,
even if you take out $20.
No. If you take out $500 or whatever, they'll say $3 to you. When it goes to the bank, they pay you that money back.
Wow!
So lots of regional banks and local banks. Now you won't be able. Well, no, you can use your debit card stuff. That's where you need to go.
You know where I bank?
Where?
At the Bank of the Future.
Wow!
And that's the name of the bank.
What
and
is the Bank
of the Future? And it's got. I have a lot of money in the account. I can't use it because it's all future earnings.
It's not that time yet.
It's not that time yet.
I have a question. Tony posted on my Facebook a YouTube video of when you receive a credit card application, they give you that envelope. Did you see this, Garrett? Nope. They give you an envelope that is the postage is free, but it costs them money only if it's being used. So now what people are doing to fight with Occupy Wall Streeters, they're shoving all their junk mail and everything into these envelopes so that they have to be forced to spend money to post it.
Wow.
Is that illegal or is that
no,
okay?
Not at all.
They're putting like wood planks in there so that the postage is heavier and they'd have to pay more money.
Now, you know what?
And
the right wing hates this Occupy thing, and they're against the Federal Reserve, which I guess controls.
Is the Federal Reserve is where they have all the gold?
No, that's Fort Knox.
That's Fort Knox.
There are many people that think we should sell all of the gold. Now, what's weird is it's not.
We should have Glenn Beck sell the gold.
He would do it. Yeah, he would do it because he does those commercials.
Yes.
And by the way, that's gold futures and all that. But I think it's only like $10 billion worth of gold or $3 billion. It's not like enough to pay for anything, right? But we spend, I don't know, $30 million a year protecting it. Something like that, right? So there are a lot of people that want to, because we don't do anything with that gold, and it
when
doesn't.
When was the last time they saw the gold? Didn't they go in there, or the congressmen?
Yeah, in the 80s or something.
They wanted to look at it.
They wanted to look at it and feel it, and they went in and they saw it, and nobody has ever been back there again. They've shut it down.
Herman Cain's tenure at the National Restaurant Association. They will not name the female employees who complained to colleagues about his inappropriate behavior.
Would you like some oysters?
He didn't touch them. He was just telling jokes and hanging out. Every fucking time you're with somebody, they're going to be offended.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God they don't do anything around here. If somebody got fired around here and they got pissed off, they could turn all sorts of people in. Not me. I don't say a word out there.
You better wash that girl.
And it was during his time when he was the president of the whatever it was, and one woman
The
said
National Restaurant
he
Association.
tried to deliver a large sausage to her room.
Oh, is this a new story now? Is that out?
They're talking like there's other women coming out.
But he actually delivered a huge sausage to the room?
I don't
Or
know
did you make that
I
up?
made that up.
Oh, that was great.
I don't know if that's true.
Wow. That probably is true. A Godfather sausage.
Cain and his campaign have denied, and then they've declined to respond directly. Nobody has been named. Now they're saying there were financial settlements in 2 cases in which women leveled complaints. Okay.
Yeah.
And
We should have these women on your show.
But no, you can't find them.
We'll find them. I'm going to Knoxville tomorrow, so I'll start looking for them.
Believe it or not, they are not publishing their names. Now, Bill Clinton's got to be slapping himself in the head. I mean, that woman, had Monica Lewinsky said she was just fucking around with that idiot that she was on the phone with, right? Nothing would have happened. All she had to say was, I was pretending with her. That's all she had to say, and that would have all gone away. That woman who supposedly loved Bill Clinton, she threw his ass under the bus. Yeah. That's Monica Lewinsky ruined her life.
Who was that woman that...
she runs a Christmas store in Maryland now. Ugly.
Yeah, the blonde hair.
She runs like a Christmas store. Yeah, that's what she does.
What was her name?
I don't remember, and I don't care.
I don't care.
Ed, South Carolina. So when you get the thing from the credit card company, you load it with wood chips or something, and you mail it, and that means that the bank has to pay for it.
Well, I'm trying. Abby Hoffman had a book out years ago called "Steal This Book."
Yeah,
I stole that book,
and that was in the book. Yeah, that was like from way back in the early '70s. That whole idea has been going around.
So when it says no postage necessary when they're offering you a credit card, if you put anything in it, they're charged.
Yeah, and like he was saying, you stuff a box full of you just take your trash. Of course, now the good idea is not to put anything in there that would have your name or anything on it.
No, but you know what? I don't want those things sent to me, so I think it's good to take those and everyone listening mail them to all the banks and to stop that nonsense.
And Jay, also in the magazines they have the little postcards that fall out.
Well, don't do that.
You can take those out and you can mail those in too.
No.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, but you don't want to hurt the magazine.
Yes, you do. They are part of the problem.
No, they're not.
When you're in the bathroom reading one and they fall out. And
no.
Mail it in.
You're sitting down and you have to scooch over to grab it. It's annoying.
Can I be honest? I picked up a magazine at
the tub.
I was at Linda Tripp. Thank you very much.
Tripp
is that horrible woman. We ought to have her on, Linda Tripp.
Yeah, give her a call.
Yeah.
She was some ugly face.
Oh, she was horrible. I was reading a magazine that I did not think I was going to like. It's called The American Conservative Magazine. And I like to read, both sides of it. It was such a good magazine. It was so logical. It didn't make fun of anybody putting anyone down. And I looked through it, and there was that card. And I took it out. I probably have it in my bag right now, and I'm going to mail it in, and I'm going to subscribe to that magazine. So you guys are wrong.
Why would you subscribe to that?
I found it. And I mean,
but why can't you just read, like articles online from that magazine?
I don't like that. I need the tactile feel.
Jay Thomas.
The Jay Thomas Show.
It's the afternoon show.
That could be funny, too.
That was a good one. Say it twice. It'll be funnier.
The Jay Thomas Show. Stars 2.
Sirius XM 104.
For those of you that have eaten these overpriced steaks It all started in New Orleans with a place called Chris's Steakhouse.
Chris?
No, not Ruth's Chris. It was cooked in butter. And when I was a little kid, we would go there, not very often. I'm sure my dad would every day after work, and sawdust on the floors. And they had the private little booze, giant drinks and all. And they would deliver these incredible steaks and all kind of stuff, but steaks. And it was Chris's.
They had the bloomin' onion?
No. Then it was Ruth's Chris.
No, not Ruth. Ruth's Chris.
No, Ruth.
No,
Chris.
it's Ruth.
Apostrophe S. Ruth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but her name is Ruth, and it's her store.
Yeah, but it's Ruth's Chris. So if you get pulled over by the police and they ask you where you're coming from, never say Ruth's Chris. They'll go, out of the car, please.
We're having Ruth's son on to tell us the story. Okay?
Oh, okay.
The mother was completely fucking nuts and a big gambler, right?
Uh-huh.
And would bring in partners all the time.
And a meat eater.
And her husband used to make black and white gorillas, and he would run for mayor of New Orleans, and he'd give the white people a white gorilla and the black people a black gorilla. And he'd pull 400 votes.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a crazy story. And then they really did start the, Mortons and all the rest of them. The Steakhouse.
Herman Cain should give out the black and white gorillas.
I don't know. Let's go to Joe of Florida. Yes, Joe. You want to say something about New Orleans? Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I want to welcome Kevin back. First of all, he's on a roll, isn't he?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm on a roll. They're calling, and I'm on a roll. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, they were shooting up your town last night. I want to get your take on that.
Oh, on Mardi Gras, I didn't see the reports. What happened? Did they burn Detroit down also?
No, I don't know about Detroit, but there was there were 3 separate shootings, 2 hours apart. I guess 2 dead and 8 people shot. One on Bourbon and 2 off of Canal.
Was it after midnight?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Nothing good happens after midnight.
No, in that town, if you're in the French Quarter after 1 o'clock, the animals come out. You go there till midnight, 1 o'clock. You go somewhere else, but they come out and they're all on the cell phones. And who the fuck are they talking to? And the whole thing.
They're talking to drug dealers.
Somebody says something to somebody. A redneck guy says something to a black guy, and the next thing you know, bam, 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 they're shooting. Everybody's got a gun. Yeah. Well. Look, let's just hope the people that got shot deserved it. That's all I can say. I don't know. That's not an abnormal evening in New Orleans. It's not. No. Even in my neighborhood, you can get blown away, so.
Where are you from, Metairie?
No, I lived in the lakefront, and then I live in the Garden District.
Oh.
What happened is since there was less people, the drug dealers have a smaller, area to fight. By the way, if you watch, Boardwalk Empire. Oh, my God. They're killing people left and right. Al Capone, this is just kind of like the mobsters of the 21st century. That's all. So if you go to New Orleans, part of the excitement, right, Garrett, is not getting killed. Part of the fun. Yeah.
I walked home from French Quarter, not home, but back to your place.
All the way?
Most of the way.
At night?
No.
Oh.
During the day, but still.
No.
Just empty streets, and it's kind of run down a little bit. And everyone kept telling us, cab drivers and everything, if you're on a street and you're by yourself, go to a street with other people on it.
Yeah, go to St. Charles Avenue or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the same in New York. You don't want to walk around here by yourself,
I never feel scared here.
Well, you ought to.
Okay.
All right.
Well, didn't Jay point that out to you when you went to Paul?
Yes, absolutely.
Catch and grab or whatever he calls it.
Catch and grab.
The lag and go or something. Bait and switch.
The ball grab and...
When they come up to you in the bicycle, you mean?
No. At the Apollo Theater. What'd the guys do to us?
It's showtime.
Wait a minute. One's behind us and one's in front. No, it's a hit and run. One's in front of you, one's behind you, right? Now, let me tell you what happened to my wife on a freeway in California. She's driving on a freeway, and she's rolling along, and the next thing you know, a car in front of her for no reason stops, and she rams into it.
Yeah.
She gets out, and they all get out of the car, my neck, my this, my that, and they start giving each other whatever. And so the next thing you know, an insurance company, and we're being sued, right? And she's being sued. So our insurance company comes and say, well, this is a hit and run, hit and go. and it's a setup, and it's a group of individuals. She says, I'm going to fight it all the way. They go to court, and it's not even the same people that were in the car. And the people she talked to spoke English. The ones in court didn't speak English. And there are gangs of them, right?
And so what happened?
She stayed with it, and we won.
And you won.
Yeah, stayed with it and won because the people, they somehow proved they weren't the same people that they didn't call the cops. Mm-hmm. They just did that insurance thing.
Yeah.
She kept saying, "Why did y'all stop in the middle of the traffic? I mean, you just stopped.
A car, a cat came out.
Whatever." James of Delaware, we had our car stolen twice in L.A. Twice.
But your cars are very old, aren't they?
Same car. Well, they were kind of new. And they put them somewhere for 24 hours. And twice, someone called us and said our car was in front of their house or something. How'd they call us? How'd they know it? I had a low jack, I guess. Oh. Yeah, we had a low jack. And it was being cooled off. They let it sit for 24 hours before they move it on. And we went and got it twice. Yeah.
Yeah, I went out to L.A. for the 86 Olympics.
Yeah.
And our whole car got robbed.
Yeah.
Everything inside.
James of
How
Delaware.
old were you in 86?
11.
9.
11. 7. James of Delaware, go ahead.
Yeah, Jay, I heard you guys talking about the cicadas and everything. And I know you're from New Orleans and all that. Have you ever heard of a dog dick gnat?
A dog dick gnat.
Yeah.
A gnat that has a huge dick on it?
No, they're the ones like, you see the old dog laying out in the yard and a whole swarm of gnats flying around its dick. And you go over to pet the dog, and the first thing you know, one of them flies up in your mouth.
No, I've never heard of a dog dick gnat. But that's good. I like that,
Yeah.
The gnat's been gnawing on the dog's dick, and then it's in your mouth, right?
Yeah, it hangs around that little piece of yellow stuff on the end of it.
Oh, fuck. No, I don't know what that is.
And then the owner of the dog comes out and robs you? Is that what
it's in one swoop. It's just all bad.
I got a gnat in my mouth.
But I'll tell you what, I'll be using that term. Hey, man, you're like a dog dick gnat. Yeah, that's my new insult. Thank you. Mark of Florida. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Mark of Florida.
Hey, Jay, I was just curious. Let's say Kardashian set this whole thing up.
No, that's no say they set it up. It was cast. There is actually a casting call for a professional athlete. They went to the Knicks first. The guy turned them down, so they went to the Nets, and then this guy Chris Humphries signed up. It was absolutely, it's documented.
Okay, so what I was thinking was, what if the sponsors, like on her show, and some of them might be publicly traded companies, I don't know. Wouldn't they, if they weren't in on it, if they weren't in on, like you're saying, it's wrestling, but everyone knows wrestling's fake. Let's say the advertiser of her show said, well, okay, whatever, she's getting married. It's going to be good publicity for us to sponsor her show. What if they're like, wait a minute, we didn't know this thing was a setup, and it's a scripted thing.
It's too late. They got 4.5 million viewers, and the rerun got 4 million. It was the largest tune-in for a cable show ever. So they got their money already. They ran their ads, and it's done already.
Okay. Well, I was just thinking,
so if you and I did something and 10 million people watched it, and your ad ran on it, who gives a fuck what happens later?
That's true.
You got their money. That's it. All right. Do you have my actor thing? Because I got this Kelsey Grammer is completely nuts. I need my actor thing. Let's go to Ron in Kentucky. Ron, have you ever had a dog dick gnat? You ever had a dog dick gnat in your mouth?
It's a dog Peter gnat. Yeah.
It's a dog Peter gnat.
Yeah. And I can't believe you never heard of it.
I've never heard of a dog Peter gnat. I've seen the gnats around a dog's Peter, but I like when they lay there and then they jump real fast, and then they lay back again and let them land on
and
it.
you were talking a few weeks ago about cornhole.
Cornholing, yeah, cornhole.
I'm ready to be cornholed.
Well, that's a game that they're playing, and they're acting like it doesn't mean something up your ass. I don't understand that.
I'm sorry.
And I run out of Toyota out of Georgetown, Kentucky.
Yeah.
A Toyota plant.
Yeah.
In their break room, in this big old room, they have on their breaks they play cornhole.
They throw a corn bag into a hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
But cornhole means somebody putting something up your ass. I don't understand when it changed.
Oh, is that what it means?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
A corn cob up your
They
ass.
even play it in the under break.
Okay, good.
Wow.
You know
I'm
what?
Sorry, I said that earlier.
You know what? That's like formerly they had racial discrimination in Kentucky, right? Now everything's cool. Cornholing was a whole different thing, years ago in Kentucky. Now this is like a nice version of it. Okay. All right. Thank you, Ron. Bob. What the fuck? Everybody keeps wanting to fucking talk. It's like they're all lonely out there. Bob of Boston. Yes, Bob. I always thought you were from Boston.
Well, Johnny Carson said I was from Boston.
That's why I thought it.
So that's why everybody thinks I'm from Boston.
And you did a show in Boston at one time.
I lived in Boston for a while.
And you had kind of a show there, didn't you?
I had my own show there. Yeah.
Something or other. That's why I thought
on Wednesday night, the Kevin Meaney show.
That's right. Well, that's a good name for it.
Now everybody.
In Boston?
What's that, Bob?
Where was the show? Was it in Boston?
Yes, it was in Boston.
And I did my play there, my one-man play.
That's right.
At the Hasty Pudding Theater.
That's why everyone thought you were from Boston. Right. All right. Go ahead, Bob.
Hey, do you think the Catholic Church can sue the Kardashians for ruining the sanctity of marriage?
I don't think she was married by a priest. Was she?
She was married by his pastor in Minnesota. Well,
a pastor?
The pastor or whatever came from Minnesota to marry them. But it was his family.
And he's, and he's of the, indeterminate race and all that shit. So who knows what it was?
He's mixed?
Oh, God, yeah.
Who is
mixed? You don't
mixed?
get that tall without being mixed.
No.
Chris Humphries is mixed?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all mixed up,
A little...
He's got it all.
Got it all?
He's got it all.
Little Cajun?
Yeah. He's what everyone's going to look like
Cajun.
in 50 years. Yeah. The sanctity of marriage, I don't think they fucked. I don't believe that thing went inside of her.
Well, that's why they broke up.
I'll tell you what.
Paid for doing it. Isn't that prostitution then?
No, I no, and none of that goes. They had pre-sold the wedding for $53 million to the networks.
Wow.
She walked away with $18 million. That was the deal. $18 million.
And didn't they sell the pictures also?
All of it. And I don't know what he got about a third of that, right? So he might have gotten $6 million, something like that. I don't know. No, you know what? It makes no difference. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. No, they're not going to stop watching. They're not going to stop watching the fucking show.
But it is sad because their marriage is breaking up. Yeah.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit.
Well, every time, my breakup with my wife and now my breakup with my boyfriend, it's very sad.
Who told you that you and the boyfriend weren't going to make it?
Everybody.
Mostly it was...
Everybody.
The J. Thomas Show. Afternoons. Stars 2.
Sirius XM 104.
Well, everybody's calling about this dog dick gnat thing, and now Christina remembers a horrifying story from when you were a child. Go ahead and relate that.
I was a child, and I was rollerblading, and I was in the middle of nowhere, kind of, and I fell down a hill, and I had horrible open wounds, and the gnats were following me, so I had to, run out of there.
You were running home, and the gnats were trying to get into your open wound.
You better wash your girl. Wash that girl.
Your open gash.
Not my gash, my open wound.
I can smell it.
Can
from
you
here.
imagine running down the street? You're a little girl. They're after my open wound. They're after my open wound. The gnats want my open wound.
Wash it with a hose.
Stay where you are. An actor prepares. I know Kelsey Grammer. There's an interview. You will not believe his answers about being president, the fucking wives, and dressing up like a woman when he has sex. Stay where you are for that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, I guess not. And then also the man whose mother started the steak craze. How about that, huh?
Bruce Chris.
Steak.
Bruce Chris.
Jay Thomas. The afternoon drive show on Stars 2. Jay Thomas. Jay Thomas. Stars 2. Stars 2. Jay Thomas. Sirius XM 104. And on the Sirius XM app for smartphones.
So let's go to Actor Speaks, would you please? An actor prepares.
To be or not to be.
Yeah.
That is the question.
There you go.
An actor prepares into...
Of course that's me.
That's you. You're so wonderful with all your voices and your echo chambers.
That's me.
You know?
So this is an interview from Kelsey Grammer. No more Mr. Nice Guy, okay? He's got this new show where he plays the mayor of Chicago.
Oh, I thought he was the boss of a crime family.
No, he's the mayor of Chicago. He's basically...
Which is the boss of a crime family.
Well, yeah, which is really the insult of the Daily family, right?
I didn't watch it because I couldn't believe Kelsey Grammer as, like, the Godfather.
Well, no,
So
he's
not.
Yeah. A guy gave him trouble, and they send him the 2 ears of his adversary in a box, and he's in his home. It's in modern times. He takes the ears out of this activist who had been causing trouble, and he nonchalantly grinds them up in the garbage disposal or disposal, whatever the fuck you guys.
Right.
So the interviewer says, "Well, something tells me, Kelsey, that you are more like this guy than Fraser Crane." And Kelsey Grammer says, "Well, you have something there. One of the reasons I decided to do this show is that there's so much that people don't really get about who I really am." Now, he's saying that the grinding up of someone's ears in a garbage disposal is more like him than anything else. He says, "You don't realize who I really am for all these years, okay? And so now I can show people this dramatic side of me. I certainly had success as a comedic actor, but now I'm going to show them stuff, okay?" So then he had shows like Back to You, which was a failure, Hank was a failure, and all that stuff.
He's had much success.
In his biography, his estranged father was murdered, his 2 half-brothers died in a diving accident, and his younger sister was raped and murdered about 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
And she was murdered, too. Yeah,
raped and murdered. And so...
where was Kelsey during all of this?
He was around, and he says, it crosses my mind every day, obviously. And the person that was closest to me, was murdered and all this kind. I mean, first of all, he wasn't friends with his dad. Then the dad was murdered. Then the 2 half-brothers died. I mean, and then the sister. I mean, then he marries not 1, not 2, but 3 dancers. I always thought they were Broadway dancers. They were, in a nightclub.
They worked at Hollywood A Go-Go?
Yeah, they were strippers, right?
You ever go there, Hollywood A Go-Go?
No.
North Hollywood?
You said you intended to run for president in 2020. You've been divorced 3 times, busted for coke, and went through a sex tape drama. I don't know about the sex tape. You know about that? Did Camille release a sex tape?
Maybe Christina knows because she was a housewife.
Huh?
Kelsey Grammer's wife have a sex tape
I
with
think
Kelsey?
she did, but I don't watch that.
Do you think that the electorate would be tolerant to you if you ran for office? Absolutely, says Kelsey Grammer. I think America is a great country. He's very conservative, by the way. It can embrace any of those things as long as the time is right. Now, in your early relationship with Camille, whom you left to marry your current wife, Katie, you identify the Southern California reward system in which the cutest girl gets the guy with the most money. Now, he's married to this English airline stewardess, right? I wonder what her family thinks of this one.
Is she still flying?
No.
No?
No. Okay. He says, finally, the girl catches her husband cheating, and then the guy gets rid of her and gives her so much money because it's worth it, okay? These are his, quotes. If my daughter wanted to be an actress in L.A., I would tell her to move there before you're 20, and if you haven't made it by your time you're 25, get the hell out. Hollywood is a rotten place. It eats women, and there are lots of men that are involved in that, okay? All right.
Well, that's true.
And then finally, it came out, according to Camille, that you enjoyed dressing as a woman during sex. Do you want to respond? And this is his quote. Have I been sexually adventurous in my lifetime? Yes. I'm not ashamed of anything I've done in the bedroom ever. But I don't actually walk around dressed as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, do you think he's electable in 2020 as the president of the United States?
I think he has just as good a shot as Herman Cain does.
I don't know.
You know?
I mean, he's going to have a lot of money, and he says he's going to run for president in 2020.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, he can certainly run.
I would. You know what?
I mean, he'll be a high-profile candidate, and he'll be able to discuss the issues.
If he was a Democrat, I'd vote for him. You know, they'll have the thing where he's been married. He walked around, with the women's clothes and all. What is that with the women's clothes if you're straight?
I would like to see him in Mrs. Lincoln's outfit. Maybe something like, Martha Washington look.
Hillary Swank has gotten rid of her manager of 8 years, Jason Weinberg, the founding partner of Untitled Entertainment. She thanked him when she won her second Oscar for $1 Million Baby, right? Mm-hmm. She also got rid of her agents at CAA, Amy Yavor and Josh Lieberman.
Okay. She cleaned house.
But she can't get rid of her boyfriend, who's also a agent. John Campisi is an agent also. The reason is that she was paid a tremendous amount of money with a lot of other people to go over to Chechnya and to walk on a red carpet. And not Bruce Willis, but Kevin Costner went over there. A bunch of actors went over there, were paid, like $1 million a piece. And they celebrated Ramzan Kadyrov's birthday. Then they found out he's a brutal murderer of his own people, right?
Ramzan?
They only offered me $25, same as I get here.
Find out who was on the red carpet
$12.50
in Chechnya.
That would be $19.
At President Ramzan Kadyrov's birthday party. They got millions of dollars, and he has been linked to brutal abuses. And she's so embarrassed by this that she got rid of her entire group of managers, publicists, everything. Now, do you think she cashed that check for $1 million to?
Yes, she did.
Yes, I think
that's $1 million check.
Yeah, and
$1 million baby.
And I know Kevin Costner was there. I know that.
What's his name again?
It's Chechnya, right? The country, Chechnya, and the president is Ramzan, Ramzan, Kadyrov. It was like when Tiger Woods went to play, in the Middle East, right? In Dubai or whatever. Oh, this is the intern that wanted to come in and see a radio show done.
Sure. Oh, hi there.
Hi, come on in. Where do you go to school?
The Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Don't they teach you to speak into the microphone?
Yeah, just yell out.
Why don't you tell that again?
What's your name?
Where are you going to school?
What's your name?
Tammy Mark, the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
All right.
What a beautiful voice.
Wow, you're going to make it.
Yeah.
You're going to make it.
Say we'll be
Hi,
right
Tammy.
back.
Does everybody pause when you say
I have her something. She's going to say something.
Oh, no. Yeah.
We'll be right back.
How do you like that?
A little nasally.
Oh, you're
nasally.
so mean. You're
I'm not
supposed to be
mean.
Nice.
No, don't start. If she's here to learn
I'll walk
broadcasting,
fucking right out of here again.
No, you won't. If she's here to
You can
learn
say fuck you on this
broadcasting,
show if
if
you
she's here to learn broadcasting, then I'm going to give you that lesson. You got to lower it, bring that voice down. Okay. If you had testicles, I would say what they say about Justin Bieber. He's got balls in his new CD. Okay. So who else showed? Who was there that got all the money? You have them?
Hillary Swank, you said, right?
Yeah, she got $1 million. She fired all of her people, canned them all. He tortures people. Listen.
How does he torture people?
If they don't agree with him, he tortures them. Now,
what does he do?
First of all, Chechnya was the country that sent people to that school in Russia, and they killed little kids in the school. They took over an elementary school.
How are the kids doing in school?
They killed.
Were they acting up?
No.
Were they ADHD?
No.
Hyperactive?
No, the Chechens, they send people to Russia and they kill them all the time, or either that or this is the guy that the Russians put in.
They're just like Al Qaeda with the terrorism.
It's bad. It's all bad. But this guy may be a puppet of the Russians, and then the Chechens that don't like him go over and do stuff to the Russians.
But look what he does. He puts on a big party with lots of movie stars.
Well, she fired everybody because of it. What else?
Ms. Swank was joined
by
Belgian martial arts actor.
Oh, Jean-Paul Van Damme?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, my God.
British violinist Vanessa May.
Yeah.
And British singer Seal.
Oh, Seal?
Heidi
Klum's husband.
Yeah.
Oh, you ever see his face?
Yeah, it looks. You know why they call him Seal? He was attacked by a seal, and his face was bitten horribly by it. I hate Heidi Klum. I had her on the show twice. My buddy thinks she's so great. She's a pain in the ass.
She's hot, though.
Well, they're all hot, but they're not going to do anything with you.
No.
It's a waste of female flesh. Their ego.
Not the Seal.
Oh, bullshit.
What do you mean? They have a hot, sexy,
please.
in the bedroom kind of romance.
I love
they have
this.
any sex
they have
tapes
7
out?
kids,
Hold on.
too. She just keeps popping them out.
Hold it. An African guy walks into a room with giant pock marks on his face, and she was saying how hot he was. Please.
No, it's got nothing to do with that. It's got something to do with that he's sealed.
I think that marriage and that
she's been kissed by a rose.
That setup. My friend was married to her for years. The idiot hairdresser. Idiot. Tried to manage her and all that shit. We used to say to him, shut the fuck up and just cut hair and live off her fucking ass. Oh, he wanted to manage her, control her and all this shit. She dumped him.
And she went to Seal.
Rick Pepino. She fucking dumped him. And we would tell him, are you nuts? Relax.
Does Rick Pepino still cut your hair?
No. And get in there and give her a kid. The women do it. You're inside the woman, they wrap their legs around you, and they that's happened to me twice. I'm trying to pull my penis out of them, and they got in there.
Nothing you could do.
Nothing I could do.
No.
Kids popped right out. I gave one of them away.
How long does that take?
Not long. They hold you. They hook their legs around the back of your legs, and you're trying.
So you're in there for a little while.
Doing everything. I actually pushed on her chest and was trying to, get it out of there.
Like, if you don't want to ejaculate, you should always
wait a minute now.
To, think of your mother
I keep a bottle of vinegar and a squeeze bottle next to the bed at all times.
You do? What does that do?
It douches them immediately.
So you douche...
Immediately after? Immediately. Not anymore. I'm married.
So the vinegar will...
Kills the sperm.
Kill the sperm.
Kills the sperm immediately. Who else was she there with?
I don't believe that.
That's all it said.
That's it? So she went with no one and Kevin Costner, and she's all pissed off. It's because they're dumb. She doesn't realize what Chechnya is. She should have gone. If she'd have Googled Chechnya before she flew there, she would have seen.
Before she agreed to go.
Wouldn't you?
Of course I would.
Like I would.
I went to Hong Kong a few years ago.
It's a rough place
to do stand-up.
Yeah.
And my mother said to me, "You don't speak Chinese. You better tell them."
Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys are getting together. The new Kids on the Block and the Backstreet Boys are getting together.
Okay.
To form one group to go on the road together. Do you know what the initials are going to be?
What is that?
NKOTB. NKOTB.
New Kids on the Block.
And then they're going to add BB behind it.
Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, Backstreet Boys. NKOTB.
That's been that way since I was...
BB.
What about NSYNC?
NKOTB was...
BB.
They're going to add BB to it. They're going to tour. Big, huge tour coming up. And then, believe it or not, Applebee's has put up help wanted signs everywhere. What were they doing all this time?
The New Kids came back a few years ago, and they had a huge...
And people actually go to see them?
Yes.
I wanted to say they sold out Madison Square Garden.
Get the hell out of here.
Huge.
Yeah, they are a big group,
because
Jay.
it's all the people from my generation now. They have kids, so they want to show their kids what they listened to when they were kids. Yeah. We should listen to Hangin' Tough. Just say.
Kris Jenner has a new book out saying that Nicole Simpson had called her the day that O.J. killed her. She can't confirm it.
Mr. O.J. regrets
she
he's
can't
unable
prove
to
it.
lunch today.
Her husband was one of her ex-husband was one of her attorneys, Robert Kardashian. The rumor is that he is the one that had the bag that had the knife and the bloody clothes in it, and that bag disappeared. They never found it. She was already married to Bruce Jenner at the time, and apparently Nicole had called her and said that O.J. had been sneaking around the house for a long time, looking through the windows, threatening her, and that, in fact, he had struck her that day. And Kris Kardashian was supposed to be, this is in the book, over there that night. We could only hope.
What was he supposed to be over there for?
No, Kris, the woman.
The woman?
The mother
Kris
was supposed
Jenner.
to. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's
what was she supposed to be over there for?
To talk to her about O.J. Simpson.
To
She
talk
was
to
good
Nicole.
friends with Nicole.
Oh.
There's
She told me she
pictures,
was being
childhood
stalked.
Pictures of all of them together.
She believed it was O.J., and she was supposed to go over there, and she's in. This is in the book, and I'm going to
glove
quote:
don't fit, you must have quit.
He's going to kill me, and he's going to get away with it. That's what.
He did.
Yeah, but this is total bullshit. Total bullshit.
Sounds true to me.
Oh, stop. She was supposed to be over there that day.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I could have
she
said
said-
that. I could have said she fucking called me that day. Anybody could say that. They're fucking dead.
Well, but why
They're
wouldn't
liars.
you believe it?
Their
though?
daughter just fucking lied.
Who cares about the daughter?
The daughter, they're whores.
But back then, they weren't these big celebrity people. They were just friends. Kris Jenner, nobody knew who the hell Kris Jenner was.
First
Bruce
of all,
Jenner.
Bruce Jenner.
Bruce, but
Bruce
Kris,
Jenner ran, through
I
the
know
javelin.
who Bruce was, but when Kris was Kris Kardashian, nobody knew who the hell she was.
See, I think that they were.
She wasn't a thing.
She was making. Her husband made a lot of money, so the divorce brought her money, right? And they're all friends of producers in the whole. I mean, even my doctor, who has sold movies, books.
Is that Dr. Vinny Boombots?
No, and he's now the doctor for The Biggest Loser. He gets $1 million a year, and he's a #1 graduate from Harvard. It's fabulous stuff. He just likes being in all that shit. He likes it. And you just hang in it. That's all. You just and he makes a ton of money, and he sells books, and he's got movie stars that are his clients and all that kind of stuff. So you just hang around it long enough, and you get in there. I'm sure with my piddling bullshit career, if we'd have hung around these people and I'd have gone to the parties, and if my wife wanted to get into something, we could have figured something out, something or other.
Right.
Former Cheers guy want to put my kids on TV or something like that. Something. It's embarrassing. It's not worth $65 million. I mean, would you like me if I was on one of those shows? You never saw me again, and I have my kids up there pretending they're marrying some whore, and the other kid is going through his troubles, and my wife and I are fighting on TV.
I could totally see you doing that.
No,
I could too.
In a second.
I could too.
In a second.
Yeah.
How
Okay, you would do that in a
embarrassing!
minute.
See you there
What?
with
You
your
would do
apron
that?
on.
I wouldn't do it.
You would go along with anything to get on.
Yeah, no, I
TV.
could see
I
it.
would not. I've been
They'll give
offered
you
all
a-
kinds of
no.
stuff. They wanted to follow me when I was a realtor, the out of work actor doing real estate. I said, I won't, fuck that. I won't do that.
Well, that's because that hurts you.
That's what I mean.
But if this show, if it's like Family Jewels,
Do
or
you
whatever,
really think that Bruce Jenner thinks that what's happening is a good thing? Do you really think he does?
when he looks at his bank account, I'm sure
Maybe,
he does.
but he looks like an idiot on that
He's
show.
still relevant.
But
he
in the
wouldn't
end,
be in
it's
people
not
of my
relevant.
generation. Yes, he is. People of my generation, everybody knows who he is. Not because he was
So
an
what?
Olympic.
So you know who they are, but they're not relevant. It's embarrassing. It's sad.
Weren't there times in your career where everybody knew who you were, but it was like, weren't there
Not
lulls
really.
and stuff? Kevin, no?
No.
Not in anybody's career in this room.
Sure,
No.
Kevin was a big comic, huge comic. I was a big actor, and the time is over, and you just relax.
You were nominated for an Academy Award, weren't you?
All of it. Won every goddamn award. They mean nothing. I sold them all.
Yeah.
I sold them all. OJ is on line one. Yes, OJ. Go
OJ.
ahead. Go ahead.
Surprise.
Go ahead, OJ.
Hey, Jay, I'm calling from my chair. I didn't do it. Listen to me. I sliced and diced Ron Coleman, Nicole Simpson like a damn jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. Let me tell you something, Jay.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad the Buffalo Bills are doing good because, you know what? I'm a Hall of Fame running back. I went to USC, All-American, and, Jay, you were a football player, right? You were All-American quarterback?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
That's you.
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw.
Now, wait, aren't you in jail? You're forgetting in the bit here. Aren't you in jail in Nevada right now?
Yes, I am. So what does that mean? I can call your show. I used to be irrelevant back in the 80s.
That's right.
Weren't you relevant?
Yeah, I was relevant at one time, yes.
Jay, I love your show, but I get some time. I watch some TV, I do some rec, and who's that, Kevin Meaney?
Yes.
Kevin Heaney?
Yeah.
Heaney.
Is he a homosexual?
He is.
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. He's not bad. I heard him a couple times. Jay, listen, I love your show. Take care. I gotta go.
All right. That's O.J. Simpson calling from prison.
That is one of the worst O.J. Simpson impressions I've ever heard.
The material was even weaker.
Well,
than the
of course. Well, you know what? Bad material fits right into this show.
Said he wanted to cut people's throats or something.
Yeah.
Slice and dice. Ron Goldman. Steve, South Carolina, the Jay Thomas Show. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, Jay, I heard you say before that people shouldn't have kids. I wanted to run my situation by you.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, have kids, but realize you should be an older dad and marry some young hot woman so that you're going to die sooner.
Well, I'm 29. My wife's 26. We've been married for 2 years.
Don't have any kids.
Yeah, we don't make a whole lot of money. I mean, we're just kind of beginning our.
You don't need kids.
Yeah, we got 2 dogs. I mean,
there you go. That's all you
good.
need.
And they'll die soon enough.
Let me ask you a question. You're in South Carolina. Does your male dog have a dog dick gnats?
A dog dick what?
Gnats, where the gnats fly around the dog's penis when it's laying on its back there in South Carolina?
No, not my dog, but I have seen dogs that were like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You must wash your dog's balls.
Yeah, you must have a wash because we've had a million phone calls today about. What is it, Garrett? Dog dick gnats?
Dog dick gnats.
I'm in the South and never heard of it. I don't know.
Never heard of it.
I never heard of it.
My dog does like to fuck a stuffed duck, though.
Your dog fucks a stuffed duck?
Yeah, he's a Chihuahua/pug. He's a chug.
Yeah.
He likes to fuck a stuffed duck.
Well, isn't that sweet? Put that on YouTube, and, these people are making tons of money off of it.
I don't think you could put that on YouTube.
A dog fucking a stuffed thing? It's simulated.
No, that's not simulated.
Steve, put it on YouTube. It'll make a ton of money.
He's fixed and he still gets a boner. It's weird.
Well, so am I. We're both. I'm fixed. Nothing comes out, but I'm fixed. Thank you very much.
Stop playing with it.
The freed Iranian actress. There was a woman that was an actress, and she was in a movie that was critical of the Iranian regime. She was going to be fined $1,000 and given 90 lashes, and they've let her go. And they're not going to...
eyelashes?
No, they were going to beat the shit out of her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The movie was called My Tyran for Sale, and it was made by some Australians. I have to tell you, if they were to, beat Lindsay Lohan, would that bother you if she was sentenced to 90 lashes?
Of course it would.
You know who else? Yeah. Katherine Heigl, the next time she tries to do a comedy, that doesn't have the guys from... Wedding Crashers behind it or something.
Or a sex scene without taking her shirt off.
Yes. Yeah. Or how about all the cast of Burlesque and they didn't take their tops off?
Not once. Yeah.
Nobody. Lashes, beaten, How about Gerard Butler when he tries to do another comedy?
Yeah.
If you were threatened with lashes, with beatings, that would be a great thing in this country. Okay.
Maybe you should call Kelsey Grammer, and maybe that can be part of his platform.
Absolutely. Anthony of New Jersey, it's the Jay Thomas Show.
Anthony!
Yes.
Hey, Jay. Hey, what, you're a real estate agent? What is that about? I never heard that.
Yeah. I've been a realtor for a long time. Why?
Well, no, I don't understand. You said you started doing it because the career wasn't going that well with acting and all that, or is that...
You want the quick answer?
No, I want the long answer.
Yes, the quick answer. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, I nothing was happening, and you start looking at the shit you're doing. You go, well, this is stupid, and so I like real estate, and so I'm a licensed realtor, and I still buy and sell stuff, and I had an office, and I found the other realtors to be the most competitive, the most egotistical group of individuals I've ever had the displeasure to be around.
Even opposed to actors.
Yeah. Yes, really? It was. And those pictures, I actually worked with 2 people who got in a shopping cart, and he pushed her. This was their picture on a poster. It says, spouses who sell houses. I swear to God. And they would take these. So I made my picture, like the Wookiee, right? Or like an orangutan looking thing. They went nuts that I had my name and a picture of an orangutan. They went nuts at the office. They said, you can't do that. I go, why not? And I'd have an open house and people would bring their kids to see the gorilla, whatever I was, right? and it drove them nuts. And they all thought I was going to write a screenplay about being a realtor. I said, no, I'm a failed fucking actor. I'm in here trying to make, 3%, you assholes. It was the weird, and the women drunk, a lot of drunk women going, you think you're so funny. I'm the funny one in this office. Those kind of beat up looking. Oh, please.
What did you tell them?
I went, honey, look, you can be as fucking funny as you want to be. And I had to have the picture taken, and I had, cards.
Just your old headshots?
No, I didn't want my picture. John Lovitz came to town and was looking at houses. Remember he came on the show and said, he said, well, I saw your name on an open house sign. I knew your career was over. And I said, I saw you in a fucking rolled gold pretzel fucking spot. You're not doing so good yourself.
Take that.
Yeah.
Baldy.
The interview didn't go so well after that.
The Jay Thomas Show. For idiots, by idiots. Non-stop idiot action. The afternoon drive show on Stars 2. Jay Thomas. Sirius XM 104. And on the Sirius XM app for smartphones. Stars 2.
Eat steak, eat a big old steer. Eat steak, do we have one beer? It's a mighty good.
I don't know where we get these records from. I have no idea. Who is this? Do you know, Garrett?
I think it's Reverend Horton Heat.
Reverend Horton Heat in Steak State. Eat that steak. Now, I was born in Texas, but raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's got to be 50 years ago or something that this. It was Chris's Steakhouse, and my dad used to eat there. Let's welcome Randy Fertel. Go to fertel.com. Randy, did you know I was from New Orleans?
I did know that.
Yeah, and your book is The Gorilla Man and the Empress of Steak, which is your book about your mother. But it was Chris's Steakhouse when I was.
Chris Steakhouse.
Yeah.
For I think 38 years.
Right.
And then my mom bought it in 1965.
Now this is typical New Orleans. Kevin Meaney is here. So your mother was Ruth. So she called it Ruth's.
So eventually she called it Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like
I tell people that, and they say that's a lie. They say that's a lie. I go, no, like let's say it's Bob's Steakhouse, and I buy it. I would call it Jay's Bob Steakhouse. It's just a simple. I mean, it's so silly when you think about having Chris Steakhouse and Ruth buys it, and it's Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Well, it was a mouthful.
It was, yeah.
Imagine answering the phone 100 times a day and saying, "This is Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Randy Fertel speaking. May I help you?"
Right. So now the book is about. I mean, your mother basically founded the first steakhouse that became, nationally and finally internationally known. Wasn't there a famous disc jockey in our talk show?
Yeah, Bob Ruby.
Bob Ruby had written.
Bob Ruby was the second franchisee. He took one to Houston and did very well until the oil crunch.
He was a writer for Johnny Carson originally.
For Johnny Carson.
Really?
He was.
Yes,
he was so good.
He was very
I
funny.
remember him to this day, and he's still one of the best talk show hosts I ever heard. Whatever happened to him?
Johnny Carson? Johnny died.
See, this is Kevin Meaney over here.
That is weird. I am dead.
So, now the Gorilla Man was your dad, the Gorilla Man?
The Gorilla Man, I think you had graduated and moved away by the time he ran for mayor.
I don't remember the Gorilla Man. Yeah. So your dad would run for mayor, and he would have these gorillas he would give away?
Well, no, he ran for mayor on the platform the zoo needed a gorilla, promising he would go on safari to capture 2 gorillas. And he got 310 votes and took that as a mandate to go out and find 2 gorillas, not by safari. Mm-hmm. And he bought them and brought them back and gave them to the zoo, and announced he was the only candidate in history who had kept all his promises, even though it lost.
So, why was your dad so interested in gorillas for the zoo?
I was there in Antwerp when he first saw these huge silverback gorillas, and he was just mesmerized. And, how do you explain that? I don't know.
And your parents are New Orleanians. Was your dad a drinker?
No. No, he was not. He was a health nut, kind of.
Really?
Yeah.
So, did your mother run the restaurant and your dad just happened to be the husband?
They were long divorced.
Oh.
My dad, who was a bit of a nut, always took credit for her success.
Of course.
He was happy to tell you that she owed everything to him.
So
they had been divorced for 8 years, and he was a litigious guy and loved a good fight, and so he dragged her through the courts for 8 years until finally there was a settlement, and Mom, who was a they were both gamblers.
There are a lot of women gamblers in South Louisiana. My grandmother...
those slot machines everywhere.
No, forget that. Every Thanksgiving...
Bourrée.
Bourrée was a big game. Every Thanksgiving we spent at the Fairgrounds racetrack. Did you go?
Well, my mother was the first licensed woman thoroughbred trainer in Louisiana history.
Absolutely. Every Thanksgiving, my grandmother and everybody else's grandmother, and we had Thanksgiving dinner at the Fairgrounds racetrack. People do not believe it, but we did not. We'd have the turkey the day before, the day after, whatever. My grandmother and my mother, and they get all dressed up with my aunts, and my dad and everyone. We have a table for 10 or 12 people at the racetrack.
Outside.
In the clubhouse.
In the clubhouse, absolutely. Yeah. Every year we did that. Yeah. So now...
Do they still have that race going on?
Yeah, you can still do it. Yeah, and it burned down, and it's where the Jazz Festival is and all that. So the story behind the Gorilla Man and the Empress of Steak, did your mother cook steak at home? How did she devise this steak cooked in butter thing?
A single mother who, finally had a house free and clear, and she mortgaged it and went out and bought this steakhouse. She found a 3-line ad in the classifieds.
How much did she pay?
She paid $18,000.
On St. Claude Avenue?
No, on North Broad.
On North Broad, right.
At Ursuline.
On North Broad, and then the Crescent City Steakhouse was up the block.
Off the street.
Right, okay. So now, and this woman, Chris, would cook the steaks in butter. Is that the secret?
It was a guy, Chris Matalich, and he was Croatian, and apparently there was this tradition of either olive oil or butter, like in Florence. They put olive oil on your steak, and I guess in New Orleans they put butter. So
did your mother know how to run a restaurant when she bought it?
Well, her brother had a restaurant down in the Delta in Happy
Everybody
Jack.
knows how to run a restaurant in New Orleans.
No, they don't. No, they don't. That's hard work.
I know it is, but
She
you've
was
got the magic
a
touch.
can-do kind of person. She was very capable. She'd been working at Tulane as a lab technician. She had a background in physics and chemistry. And she just said, steakhouse, I can do that.
So now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Every town had a steakhouse, but I never saw a steak cooked in whatever it was, olive oil or butter. And so in New Orleans, when you went to Chris's, and sometimes the Crescent City, it would come to you, and there was sawdust, and there was a lot of screaming and yelling, and big giant drinks and everything else. Who decided to go national with that thing?
Well, I call Mom the accidental entrepreneur because she just got tired of turning people away, so she started expanding. And then there was a guy in Baton Rouge who insisted that he get a franchise because he kept saying, Ruth, I drive down here, I get drunk, I'm going to kill myself on the road going back to Baton Rouge, and it's going to be on your soul.
So he opened a restaurant so he could get drunk closer to his home. This is a true Louisiana story.
That's New Orleans, yeah.
The last time I was at Galatoire's, there's a tall, white-haired man. It's on Friday. Everybody goes to Galatoire's in the French Quarter. And I want to say that he was the Attorney General or something of New Orleans. So I was back there last Christmas. The guy said, hey, man, whatever the guy's name is, he's in a induced coma. He's completely paralyzed. I said, what happened? He got so drunk at Galatoire's, he fell after he was the Attorney General of the state, hit his head, and he's like, he's a vegetable now. And we were there when he was there, and he was screaming and yelling, and but that's the kind of town that we're from. So now when I would go there, everybody was yelling and screaming, and now the steakhouses, it's a big business. Do you still have money from that? Did you become really wealthy? Did your family make
my
millions?
mother sold it in 1999.
Right.
And
And by that time, how many restaurants?
There were about 90, I think.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And now there are over 135. It went public in...
Did she lose it all? Did she gamble it away?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe the book... I thought the book was going to be that she pissed it all away.
Oh,
Randy,
no.
let me ask you this question.
Nor did my father.
Oh, good.
Randy,
Okay, good.
who came up with the extremely
So fuck
hot
you,
plate?
you're rich.
Who came up with the hot plate?
The fuck you need a book for? You're rich.
Well, I
laugh tells
I
you
have
he's
a story to tell.
All right.
The hot plate was part of the tradition. You put the plate up on top of the hot broiler for a little while.
But it's so extremely hot,
and then
the plate.
At a certain point, my mother realized that there was something special about a steak that talked to you as it came across the room. And so at a certain point, there was an ad that the steak that talks to you.
The steak that talks to you.
No, those plates come out and they're red hot, and they've all the
And they're
waiters
hot
they have
all the way to
ovens
the
on.
end of the meal.
Yeah.
Now, the crazy story of Ruth's Chris Steakhouse is told by the owner's son. You were a busboy, I'm sure, right? The Gorilla Man and the Empress of Steak, and that's the book that's out. Go to fertel.com.
You remember the booths?
I do.
There were these 3 booths that were so sexy. Well, first of all, my mother had to install a light system so that if you didn't want service, you left the light.
That's exactly right. And when we would go there, they would pull the curtains and there'd be a light on, and it meant that some senator or somebody was in there with his girlfriend.
Right. And so
wow.
It
Really?
was voted,
They had private
it was voted
booths?
the sexiest restaurant in New Orleans while the Playboy Club was open.
Yeah, that's true. And nobody would bother him, and it would be somebody, well known or a businessman or whatever, being there with his girlfriend usually.
And back to Bob Ruby. When he sold his Houston restaurant when he got scared with the oil crunch, he sold it to us, and he took our money and he went and opened this palatial restaurant in Altamont Springs above Orlando. And he failed. He thought he could do it without our name. He failed a year later, and we got it for a song. And so we went in there, and there were these 3 gorgeous booths that were like an homage to those first booths with the little green curtains, except this was leaded glass, and they were just gorgeous, right in the center of the restaurant. And so the first night, my mother would open these restaurants by bringing the tried and true waitresses with her from New Orleans to teach everyone the home style that we prided ourselves on. And the first night, guess what? They walked in on a BJ.
Girl was giving a blowjob?
We decided that was the true christening of the restaurant.
Well, why? He didn't have the light on?
Well, I guess they didn't know the system.
Can you imagine having a fabulous drink in front of you, a fabulous bourbon or a great glass of wine, a sizzling steak, and a woman gnawing on your bone? Listen to it. Huh? That's heaven. Oh. You're not going to have another interview like this.
No, I'm surprised.
Where did the cream spinach come from, which is now a staple in all these places?
In my research on this book, for this book, I found out that cream spinach is an old family recipe, and it goes back like 3 generations to my great-great-uncle Martin, who was the fabulous cook down in Happy Jack.
I'm so upset. I've never heard of Happy Jack, Louisiana. Never.
Well,
is the recipe in the book?
You're not alone.
Is the recipe in a cookbook somewhere? Garrett's a big cook.
I think it's online. I think it's been published.
Okay. Now, you got a Ph.D. at what, Harvard or something crazy?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, good luck with the book. I mean, and by the way,
I have a question for you.
One second. Let me plug your book first. For those of you who think it's just some book about a guy whose mother owned a restaurant, this is about Louisiana. His dad did your dad wear a gorilla suit when he was running for?
Sometimes a safari outfit, sometimes a gorilla suit.
Ran for mayor.
His slogan was, "Why vote for a monkey? Vote for Fertel and get a gorilla."
Don't elect a monkey. Elect Ferrell and get a gorilla. Yeah.
Elect Fertel and get a gorilla.
And he got 310 votes. And the Gorilla Man and the Empress of Steak is the great New Orleans story, and you will truly like it. Yes, go ahead. What else?
Where was I going?
You said you wanted to ask me a question.
Oh, You know, I've always recognized you on TV. Did you go to Gregory?
I sure did.
We overlapped at Gregory. I think you were a couple years ahead of me.
Gregory Junior High School, and I went from there to Jesuit.
Gator.
I was a Gregory Gator. I was the quarterback on the football team.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Big man on campus.
And I went to Jesuit High School.
I know you went to
Did
Jesuit.
you go to Warren Easton?
No, I went to Franklin.
Oh, you were really smart.
Yeah, I was one of the geniuses, they called us.
Benjamin Franklin. And they had a football team.
Which sometimes every couple decades won a game.
62-0.
Were they the Kites?
The Kites? The Franklin Kites?
The Falcons.
The Falcons.
Are you younger than Jay?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. You look younger in your picture.
Yeah. Now, wait a minute now. What I loved about Ben Franklin was they were really smart, and they would growl when they practiced. So we would play them, and they would go, they'd be practicing going, "Roar, roar," like that. So
you played Jesuit?
Yeah, you did.
They killed us.
We 62-0. So we'd line up, and they're all lined up, and we go hut, hut, hut. And as the offensive line was pushing them down the field, they'd be going, "Oh!" They would growl, and they would growl every play, and we'd run it, just running. We didn't even throw a pass, running over them. Yeah, it's a genius school. Well, Randy, thanks. Good luck. And do you still own any piece of it? Are you guys cashed out and the family's out?
I cashed out, yeah.
That's great. All right. Randy Fertel, the Gorilla Man and the Empress of Steak, the true story behind Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. And thanks very much. No one believed that it was Chris's Steakhouse and then Ruth bought it and that she just stuck her name in the... Did anybody say, that's not a good idea?
Yeah, but they turned it into a virtue by declaring that once you remembered it, you'd never forget it.
What about boyfriends or guys that would she have partners or weirdos that she would include in the finances? Was she one of those?
Well, she surrounded herself with a bunch of people. A lot of the book is about my discomfort with the people she surrounded herself with.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to work for her in part to save her from the people she had surrounded herself with, which, of course, she was very happy with. So you can imagine how well that turned out.
Now, what about gambling? What was her game?
Well, she once beat Carlos Marcella's nephew at gin.
Who was the big mobster, right?
The mobster, and probably the man who killed Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
And he came in, he said, he had that Yan accent. He said, "Ruth, I want you to play my nephew, one sheet of Hollywood, 15,000. And my mother said, pardon the pun, "I don't play those kind of stakes." He said, "Come on, Ruth, one sheet." So they played.
What is one sheet?
Well, Hollywood is a game where you add their columns, and every time you win a game, you get it in the first column and then the second column and on. And so you have to win.
You win the whole sheet, like when I would play gin with my mother, our names would be there, and you'd play the sheet. It's really whatever lines you make, and it might be 6 games or 5 games or whatever. It's
something like that. And
it's kind of like whatever it ends up being on the sheet. Yeah.
Okay.
It usually takes 45 minutes, and she had skunked him in 15 minutes. And so Carlos Marcella says, "Come on, Ruth, let me get back at you. Another sheet." He said, "Carlos, you said one sheet. Come on, Ruth." So they play a second sheet. Another skunk, $15,000. So the punchline was, "So, Mom, what happened?" "Well, he was slow to pay." Wow. "And what did you do, Mom?" "Well, I called Carlos, and he sent a bag of money over."
$30,000.
My mother had Carlos Marcella's number in her Rolodex.
Now, didn't your mom used to go to Vegas? Because my dad went to Vegas all the time. Didn't your mother used to take cash from the restaurant to Vegas?
She would. And she once came back, and I picked her up at the airport, and I said, "So how'd you do?" She said, "Well, I got they sent me they gave me a guard to take me to the airport because I won $26,000 cash." This was 1970.
Mm-hmm.
When you didn't have to go through an X-ray machine with your bag.
Right.
And then the next time I picked her up and I said, "So, did you have fun?" She said, "Yeah, I had a blast." I said, "How'd you do?" "Well, I lost $25,000. So that's my mom. It wasn't about winning. It was about playing. She loved the game.
My grandmother pulled the slot machines one weekend in Vegas and broke every blood vessel in her arm. And her arm was blue from the top of the shoulder to below her elbow. And when it healed, So they went back to Vegas.
Well, that's why they have the buttons now.
Huh? They have the buttons because of that.
Now because of her.
And I used to go play the slot. My dad played the slot machines at Mosca's. Remember that? That's a restaurant. And you go in the back, and there was a whole gambling thing, but of course it was totally illegal and all that. All right, look, good luck. Thanks a lot. The Gorilla Man and the Empress of Steak. If you read this book, you'll know a little bit more about me also. Hey, thank you, Randy. I appreciate it. All right, I'll see you later, man. Thanks a lot. There was a guy that was moving $170,000 in cash recently.
$170,000,
but in the United States.
In the United States,
and probably coming from some casino somewhere. So he didn't want to go through the, regular TSA.
Yeah.
So he put it in his regular luggage. And two guys stole like $50,000. They just grabbed $25,000 apiece. They caught him and they're going to jail.
They caught the guy or the TSA?
The two people? TSA guys didn't do anything to the guy.
How did they catch the guy? Reported it?
He did. Said he had $170,000 in there.
But how would you believe that?
I don't know. You know what? We'll have to. I know it's true because I actually read it and saw it reported
in the New York Times.
No, not in the New York. No, they don't have good stories.
Did you read that story in the New York Times?
No, I
today?
did not. No, I didn't.
Oh, you must read that story in the New York Times.
The style section.
Hey, what did Ricky Gervais say about Tim Allen and Johnny Depp got mad at him?
Oh, I don't know.
He said no one makes fun of Tim Allen on my watch.
They did a parody bit.
Oh, is that what it is?
Because he made fun of Gervais made fun of Johnny Depp at the Golden Globes,
right?
So then they had a fake movie get together where they were going to pitch an idea to Gervais, and Johnny Depp came in and kind of ripped him a new one, but it was all fake.
Oh, it was all fake.
Yeah, it was funny, but people fell for it.
The other night when look, there's this plane landing with no wheels,
gear.
No landing gear.
Oh.
Look, it's so smooth. How smooth it is.
Watch it burst into flames.
No, it doesn't. It's so smooth.
There's a cartwheel.
And what country is LOT? Lot. Is that what it is? Well, when is fucking Wolf Blitzer going to lose his job?
Why? Wolf is great.
It's enough with him.
I love my Wolfie.
No.
Wolfie's great.
You're not tired of looking at him? It's time
but when he stands up, look at him. He's a little hunchback.
How about the new Erin Burnett, who is...
I like her.
She is really fine. And when she's doing the news, she really does. I get this, I am so fucking fine. And she's she's sassy. I am so fine, and you will never fuck me. That's the kind of, she has that. You got to watch her. She might be somebody.
Those are the signals you're picking up.
Yeah. I am fine, and you can't fuck me. Okay,
so that's what you're hearing.
If I met you at
Kevin, when you watch her,
well, no, he's gay.
I know, I do watch her. I like her.
You get that she wants to. Fuck
I'm
you?
not getting those signals. No.
Here you go.
I'm just listening to the news and the stories. I don't have any sexual.
Two former Transportation Security Administration workers pleaded guilty to taking $40,000 out of Kumar Prasad's bag. No, that's the thief. Kumar Prasad and Devon Webb. They're going to do 6 months each.
Have them on the show.
They X-rayed it, and they saw $170,000. They took two $20,000 things, and they went in the bathroom and they hid it in their clothes.
Probably in their penis area.
I don't know. Another TSA employee dropped the dime on him
because he didn't get a cut.
He maybe didn't want it. I don't know.
Yeah. He didn't want $25,000.
By the way, now that I'm reading this, I don't think the guy with the 170 wanted anybody to know it was in there either.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. So. Well, did you enjoy yourself, intern from the Connecticut School of Broadcasting? Go ahead.
That was great. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was a better voice already.
You should have said that.
Kristina,
was great.
did you go to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting?
No, I didn't.
Oh, too bad.